from the Doubletree Hotel in Southern California, Ontario to be exact, about an hour east of downtown Los Angeles. It's time for another action-packed Thompson Boxing card coming your way. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be around the world. 5 fights coming your way. I'm Beto Duran, alongside the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine, Doug Fisher. And Dougie, we look at this card and we're like, okay, names we know, names that we don't know, faces we don't know. But let's get going with the main event tonight. A young fighter we've seen grow up here on the Thompson shows in a new weight class. And Yuyu, George Acosta, finally gets a chance to be the main event. A lot of guys work their way, but they don't get there. That's got to be a cool feeling for him, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He's the type of fighter who's going to appreciate that because he's very serious.
Yeah.
He's very much dedicated to boxing. It shows in the way he boxes. Everything he does is technically sound and tactically sound. He's in a new weight class. His last fight, he dropped down from lightweight to junior lightweight. Yeah. Smart move because he's tall and he's rangy and he's a good boxer. He beat a fellow prospect. Tonight with Isaac Avelar, he's facing a gatekeeper type, a type of guy who was given problems to legitimate contenders, guys who are going on to fight for world titles. So it's a measuring stick. If he can win tonight, he knows he belongs in this new weight class. But more importantly, I want to see if he can make fans outside of his hometown fans, because it's great being tactically sound and technically sound. That'll get you the W, but you got to be exciting to get the fans. You
got to put on the show. Yuyu Acosta against Isaac Avelar, or Isaac Avelar, or better yet, forget it. You know what his name is? Canelito. Red head, red beard from Aguascalientes, Mexico. Aguascalientes, where I always bring up. Doug once called the fight where and where?
Aguas Caliente.
And what was it?
In a bull ring.
Exactly.
Coliseum.
In a bull ring. So that's the main event tonight. And one of the cool features, though, is after you see Acosta and Isaac Avelar in the main event, 8 rounds, the co-feature is a local young man that we've seen here from Rancho Cucamonga. It'll be Richard Brewert. He brings the fans. And listening to Henry Ramirez talk, he's starting to get that man strength. So that's another young fighter that we look really good.
Absolutely. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, he was kind of like a big welterweight, and he's grown into middleweight. And, you know, he's 11-0. You get to 12-0, 13-0, you're a real prospect. And that's saying something, being in that competitive glamour division.
And one of the cool features in boxing, you always hear about, the family that fights together. What about the boyfriend and girlfriend? That's right, boyfriend and girlfriend that fight together, train together, and they work each other's corner, and we're going to see that tonight. Japhet Lamito from Norwalk, California, young Filipino that's starting to make some noise, and his girlfriend, cool girl Steph, who's going to open up the broadcast tonight, and she's fighting for the second time in her career, and it's not like, she's there as a distraction. We know her a little bit. That's pretty cool. Comes to fight and wants to put on a show. Have you ever worked something like that, boyfriend and girlfriend the same night?
No, but I mean, maybe they're going to start a trend. If they're successful, if they keep winning, I think young amateurs will start to hook up and turn pro together.
Doug Fisher,
we'll see.
Matchmaker in a different kind of sense.
There you go.
And then the other young man who's making his pro debut, Leo Sanchez from Joel Diaz training camp in Coachella. He's representing Cathedral City. So a lot of Cathedral City, a lot of Coachella coming out strong here. We're at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. And as always, interact with us. Send us the messages on YouTube, on Facebook. Try to keep it semi-clean, like our kids watching. Send Doug Fisher a tweet, Dougie Fisher.
Ask me anything.
Ask him anything. And if you're watching it for the first time, it's not your traditional broadcast. This broadcast is for you. So thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Grab yourself a cocktail. Let us know what's going on. Interact with us. 5 fights coming your way, and it's going to be a good one. So Doug Fisher tonight. I'm Beto Duran. And our ring announcer tonight is the one and only Sonny Franco.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Tonight, Thompson Boxing Promotions is proud to present The Path to Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic fight card lined up for you this evening, with fighters who have trained hard to be here. They trained to be here, and you paid to see them lay it all on the line right here inside the ring. And with that being said, there's only one question left to ask, and that is, Ontario, are you ready? Well, let's get this party started. Starting off with a bang, let's get the ladies out here. Please welcome, out of the red corner, from Aguascalientes, Mexico, here is Esli La China Cervantes.
18-year-old Esli Cervantes, Aguascalientes, Mexico, joining us tonight. Her pro debut, and what a way to do it in the United States.
Now she's young looking.
18.
Yeah, and so making her pro debut in the U.S. And she's fighting a former amateur standout.
Yep.
Already fought once as a pro. I tell you what, she doesn't look nervous.
No, not at all.
I don't see any signs of anxiety, not yet anyways. I like her hair though, it's tight. Look at that. She's got like the curls and some braids, some braid work.
All right, acknowledging the crowd.
Yes, very, very classy.
And now, please welcome our opponent, out of the blue corner, from Orange, California, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cool Girl Stephanie Chavez.
Very confident young fighter and a trainer. She's a licensed corner person in the state of California.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Different energy with her. It's not just her choice of walking music, but it's also her face. She's got a game face on. There's a more serious aura about her. Yes,
absolutely.
She's all about business, a more intense vibe with Chavez. And she's kind of borrowing that fighting moniker. Stephen Fulton, who goes by Cool Boy Steph.
Yeah.
Stephen Fulton, a champion at 122 pounds. Holds 2 major titles.
I was gonna let you use that one. I was waiting on that. How long before Doug gets to that one? Very well done. Very well done. Uh-oh, and I think her hair got stuck on the rope.
Oh, I thought she was praying or something like that.
The commissioner's helping her.
Okay, all right.
Her braid got stuck on the rope. Good job by the commissioner hooking it up.
All right, now she went from the game face to a little laugh right there. Okay, she can laugh at herself.
Once again, a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, and fight fans joining us around the world on ThompsonBoxing.com. We're coming to you from the Doubletree Hotel here in the beautiful city of Ontario, California, where tonight Thompson Boxing Promotions is proud to present the Path to Glory. Sponsored by Makita, Belgard, and Omega Products International. This first bout scheduled for 4 rounds of action in the Super Flyweight Division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring this bout, should it go the distance, are Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal. And your referee in charge of the action at the bell, your referee from Bassett, California, Ray Corona. Here we go, fight fans. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She steps in the ring tonight with a black trunks trimmed with gold. When she stepped onto the scale, she weighs in officially at 113.7 solid pounds. Tonight, she's making her professional debut. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Aguascalientes, Mexico, here is Esli La China Cervantes. And introducing her opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, she steps in the ring tonight with a pink and white trunks, When she stepped onto the scale, she weighed officially at 114.5 already pounds. As a professional, she enters the ring undefeated. One win with 0 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, from Orange, California, please welcome Stephanie Cool Girl Chavez. And once again, your referee in charge, give the final instructions to Ray Corona.
This is my commands, touch gloves. God bless.
And you could probably tell during the walk-in that Chavez was much taller, and she's a little bit older, 4 inches taller, and she has a decided reach advantage.
Stephanie Chavez, that's her given name. And she said, just call me Steph. That's my Instagram, cool girl Steph. Everybody calls me Steph. So Steph Chavez in the ring in the pink. This was scheduled for 4 rounds against Esli Cervantes, 18-year-old in black, making her pro debut from Aguascalientes. And Cervantes immediately gets hit with the left hook by Chavez. With the right hand now from Chavez. Much taller fighter is Chavez.
Right, obviously it behooves her to get that jab going and to control the distance with that left stick and some lateral movement. And I can't imagine Cervantes competing in this fight if she can't deal with that reach, if she can't get inside that reach and really get to work.
That'll be an issue for them. Chavez, remember, for ladies, it's a 2-minute round. After this, it's going to be Leo Sanchez and Eric Espinosa working our way towards Yuyu, Acosta, and Isaac Avelar. So make sure you share on Facebook and YouTube. You're joined by Ace Torres later on tonight. So Thompson Boxing back in Ontario. Left hook 1-2 by Chavez. Right hand. Chavez has fan base, and they're watching us right now. Bouncing around, moving good, fluid with her footwork is Steph Chavez. Doesn't look like she's only in her 2nd pro fight.
No, and that speaks to her amateur experience. She didn't have a ton of amateur fights. I think she had like 20, maybe 21, but she was in the right tournaments, and she was in with some really experienced amateurs. She shared the ring with amateurs who have 100 and 200 bouts and did well.
Thompson Building Materials in Orange, Fontana, Lamito, Camarillo, San Diego, Ripon, Sacramento. Go to thompsonsbldg.com for more information. Transforming spaces into beautiful places. And as always, if you're going to tweet us, Duran Sports or Dougie Fisher, make sure you use the hashtag Thompson Boxing so we can search them up. Kite can find all the good tweets that we have tonight. Use the hashtag Thompson Boxing. Everybody leaving the comments for tonight's fight. Cool Girl Steph is her name. She's 21 years old. She's in the pink. She's 5'5". Grew up in Orange. You're right, Doug. She had 20 amateur fights, 15-5. And one thing about her, you mentioned only 20 fights, but it was good ones. She was in the big tournaments. She was an excellent volleyball player in high school, at Villa Park High School.
Oh, so she's an athlete as well.
Athlete, and she's landing the 1-2.
And, well, she's, you know what? She's coordinated. She's got good hand-eye coordination, good balance, good reflexes. And right now she is, she has ring command.
She's bouncing around. She's nice. Uppercut lands nicely by Steph Chavez. The women's...
Oh, somebody lost a mouthpiece, and I think it was Cervantes.
It is.
I couldn't tell if that was off of a punch. I think I see a slight trickle of blood, maybe from one of the nostrils of Cervantes, maybe not.
If not, it's going to be coming up soon.
Yeah. You know, Cervantes is able to sneak a punch here and there past the reach and guard of Chavez, and I'm impressed by that.
Yep. And one thing about Cervantes is you're taking on a fighter like Chavez, who's got a good background, and going at it with her. Going back and forth with her, trying to trade. Good opening bout here, Thompson Boxing on Friday night in Ontario, California.
Cervantes is going to have to begin to apply some harder pressure.
Terrazel says, don't just talk about Chavez, give Cervantes credit too. All right.
Yeah, I did. I said she's sneaking a punch here and there. Not enough to win these rounds, but she's doing enough to show that she's competent, that she belongs here. I like it. Hey, you know what? Cervantes closed well.
Yeah, she did. All right, so this is our first bout of the night. We're going to round 3. Up next is going to be Leo Sanchez, Bazooka, taking on Eric Espinosa. Then Chavez's boyfriend, Japet Lamito, taking on the one and only Duel Oguin. Have gloves? I'll travel.
Oh, yeah.
Then,
he's my hero.
Yeah, then the co-feature is going to be Richard Brewart. And then the main event, Yuyu Acosta. And always go to the Thompson Boxing app where you can get more content on the Thompson fighters. Download that for free on Google Play or on the App Store. There you see Mr. Lamito, EJ Lamito. They have their own gym in the Norwalk area here in Southern California. All right, so I'm looking at the Facebook comments. I got the YouTube comments. We're doing it all here, baby. Doug's going to monitor the Twitter, so if you guys want to tweet.
Yep.
And shout out to Ernie Green and everybody on the Friday night Zoom. All right, Damian Macia says, Steph has 6 professional fights in Mexico and even has a loss. Really? How? Like I'm just saying
Well,
right now.
they're not on box. They're not on box rec. You know, so maybe there was something like a smoker or whatever like that, or whatever. Or maybe this person's just saying stuff.
But we do appreciate you, Damian, checking in as Cervantes slips and she gets hit, and Chavez pounces. And I'll say this for China Cervantes in her pro debut, she doesn't look like she's making her pro debut.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, she's competent. She has ability. I credited Chavez for her hand-eye coordination and balance, and I think Cervantes has she's got good balance. She's not as coordinated as Chavez, but she's not hapless in there.
Yeah, good action back and forth. Angel Diaz asks Crawford or Spence, who do you guys got? I'll say this, Angel. Let's get a fight first. Then Doug will give you an answer.
I'm tired of like pontificating about who would win that fight. Who cares? I mean, obviously it's a great fight if and when it happens.
There it is. But right now you're watching cool girl Steph Chavez in the pink. Esli Cervantes de Aguascalientes in the black. Coming up next, Bazooka Sanchez and Eric Espinosa.
I think Cervantes just gave this third round away. She really needed to apply some hard pressure and really let her hands go. It's her only
Good
shot.
Shot landed by Chavez at the end. So 5 fights tonight. Next. Japet Lamito, Duel Oguin, the third one. Richard Brewart, Ramon Ayala, the fourth. And then the main event, Yuyu Acosta. And as always, thank you to our partners, Supreme Boxing, Pheno Boxing, True Boxing Heads, Fight Stars, and SO. And if you're going to be tweeting, make sure you use the hashtag Thompson Boxing. That's the corner of Lamito. EJ Lamito, the trainer, Steph Chavez. And there you see him making his pro debut next, Leo Sanchez from Cathedral City, California against Eric Espinosa from Los Mochis, Sinaloa. And you see right in that ring, Mac Hustler Casino, new sponsor here, Thompson Boxing, on a Friday night in Ontario. Fourth and final round, the ladies go 2 minutes. And Steph Chavez looking good here in this fight, bouncing around, controlled. Shout out to all of Steph's friends who are watching right now. College student, they couldn't make it tonight, but they are definitely watching. I'll say this about Esli Cervantes. I like her style. Definitely want to see her again.
Yeah, I'd like to see her against somebody a little bit closer to her ability, maybe a little bit closer to her size. Chavez, even if for a male 115-pounder, Chavez is tall and rangy.
Yes, she's 5'5".
Yeah.
Good uppercut landed by Chavez.
Yeah, like to give you some reference, she's taller than Chocolatito or Juan Francisco Estrada. You know what I mean?
They're like
not much taller. No, they're like 5'3", 5'4", but she's taller than they are.
Maybe 5'3".
That's true. On their tippy toes.
Yep. But man, some bad dudes. Some bad dudes. Don't want to do that.
Chavez is showing us some nice technique in here. I like the jab to the body. I like the straight right to the body. I like that she can. She's
ooh, you hear that left hook?
Yeah, that was a good left hook, and she'll camouflage some of those punches from the left side. It'll start out as a jab, and she'll turn it into an uppercut or a hook or a body shot. She's crafty.
Turning southpaw is Chavez now, and lands a good right, turned her opponent around in the corner. Final seconds of the fight. And it'll be a good one. It's going to go the distance between Steph Chavez and Esli Cervantes. Oh, a good fight. Good action back and forth. Our opening bout. We'll come back with the final decision between Steph Chavez and Esli Cervantes. Our opening bout here on Thompson Boxing.
If you're at this table, you know that it's more than a game of luck. You're not here for the small talk. You're here for the action. If you're at this table, you're a hustler. Hustler Casino.
Paving the way to your personal sanctuary that you simply can't stop thinking about. Find yours at bellegarde.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 exciting rounds of boxing action, to the judges' scorecards we go. All 3 judges, Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal, both have about the same, 40-36, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Stephanie the Cougar Chavez.
Cool Girl Steph gets the victory. Congratulations to her. She's now 2-0 Hey, good showing, though, by Esli Cervantes, the 18-year-old from Aguascalientes, Mexico. In her pro debut, she was tough. She battled.
Yeah. She belongs as a professional. She wasn't on the same level as Chavez, but there's no shame in that.
No, and she'll get some more work.
This is experience to grow from.
So congratulations to cool girl Steph. So now she'll go back, change, and then work the corner of her boyfriend, Jeff Lamito, who will be in the third bout tonight. Thompson Boxing in Ontario, California. Beth Duran alongside the editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine, Doug Fisher. So we have 4 more fights to go. All right, and now, Doug, what magazine is out right now? I've been seeing a cool cover from Ring Magazine. What is it?
It's the Oscar De La Hoya tribute special, and we've been working on it for a while. We wanted to have it ready and to have it in print by August of this year, because in August is the 30th anniversary of Oscar De La Hoya's Olympic gold medal winning performance in Barcelona. I can't believe that was 30 years ago. And in September, it'll be the 20-year anniversary of that terrific fight he had with Fernando Vargas, the bad blood fight.
Oh, what a fight that was.
So a couple anniversaries were coming up, and we're like, you know what, it's time to give some shine to the Golden Boy, in case people have forgotten how special he was.
And how do you get that magazine if you're not a subscriber right now?
Simple. Just go to ringtv.com, go to the Ring Shop, and click on the picture of that cover.
There it is. Simple as that. Now, Sonny Franco, is he wearing purple today? Oh, he sure is. Sonny, let's go, man. Let's go.
Live from the Hustler Casino in Gardena, California. Watch the most well-known local and international poker players take the stage and go all in. From low stakes to high stakes, the action will be wild. Tune in to Hustler Casino Live, streaming 5 days a week on YouTube.
Here we go, fight fans. Let's keep the action going. Please welcome out of the red corner, from Los Ponchis, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is El Príncipe Espinosa. And now please welcome his opponent out of the blue corner, from Indio, California, here is Leonardo Bazooka Sanchez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then keep on counting. That's how many people are here for Leo Sanchez making his pro debut. Waiting a while to make his debut, finally gets an opportunity. Leo Bazooka Sanchez, Cathedral City, now representing Joel Diaz's training camp where he trains alongside with Antonio.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this young man because Antonio Diaz speaks highly of him.
Yep.
Just for that reason.
Yep.
And I know that the Diaz brothers, they have high expectations. I mean, it's not just about your dedication or your talent level. They want their fighters to come out and perform. So I'm looking forward to seeing some action.
Yeah, coming into Fuerza Regida. So saludos a toda la gente que lo está mirando tonight. His brother is Tito Sanchez. We've seen him on the shows before.
Yep, and he comes to fight.
Yep.
Fight fans, once again from the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Thompson Boxing Promotions is proud to present the next bout of the evening, sponsored by El Dorado Stone, a Borough brand, Thompson Building Materials, Infinity Bank, and Hustler Bank Los Angeles. This bout scheduled for 4 rounds of action in the super featherweight division. At ringside, your 3 judges scoring the bout should it go the distance are Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal. And the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Eddie Hernandez Sr. Fight fans, here we go. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He steps in the ring tonight wearing the red trunks with black. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed in officially at 138 pounds. His professional record, 1 win, 0 losses with 2 bouts even. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, introducing Eric Principe Espinosa. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he steps into the ringside wearing the colors of Mexico. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed officially at 131.7 solid pounds. Tonight, he makes his professional debut, hailing from Indio, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Leonardo Bazooka Sanchez. Once again, your referee in charge, Eddie Hernandez Sr. to give the final instructions.
All right, let's see how these 2 young junior lightweights match up. Sanchez is 19, Espinosa is 20. Espinosa is 2 inches taller and has a slight reach advantage.
All right, scheduled for 4 rounds. Between Leo Sanchez making his pro debut, his grandfather Alan Correa in the corner along with Antonio Diaz. In the white trunks is Leo Sanchez. Bazooka is his nickname against Eric Principe Espinosa from Los Mochis in the red and black.
Yeah, Sanchez is a southpaw. I believe the bazooka is his straight left.
Yes, it is.
Which isn't always straight. Sometimes he'll kind of add a loop or an arc to it.
Yeah, the bazooka nickname because it came out of the gym. Somebody saw the way he threw his hand, that left hand, and it wasn't traditional. So Antonio said, hey, something's like a bazooka. And he's landing it a couple times here as Espinosa is shaking his head no.
Yeah, Espinosa needs to get on his stick, needs to use that height and reach advantage to his advantage. Not doing it so far. Oh, nice body attack from Espinosa. Espinosa's just a little lackadaisical with his guard, keeping his hands up and keeping that head and chin exposed.
And Feel a little buzz inside the Doubletree. Sanchez brought a big crowd from Cathedral City. It's always interesting to see how a young fighter responds making his pro debut. The smaller gloves, all the lights on you.
Sanchez seemed so at home, so relaxed, but also dialed in. I forgot he was making his pro debut. And he's making his pro debut against a guy who's got 3 professional bouts and has never lost and is obviously game. Espinosa's punching back. He's getting hit with hard shots and he's firing back. So Sanchez he's experiencing professional resistance in his very first fight as a pro.
Espinosa 1-0-2. Espinosa, 20 years old. He had 75 amateur fights, so he has the background.
Yeah, he's comfortable in there. He doesn't have the tightest technique. One thing I noticed, his body shots, like his inside technique, is better than his outside technique. His straight punches from the outside aren't that good.
But he's getting hit in the midsection. He answers
But
back
he
to
punches
Espinosa.
back.
Yes, he does.
This is a heck of a first round, man. Wow.
There it is. Leo Sanchez in white, Eric Espinosa going back and forth.
It's actually hard to score.
Good action, good action. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Good friend Cynthia Conte in Las Vegas checking us out.
What's up, Cynthia?
Does an excellent podcast herself.
Yeah, that podcast is doing really well.
Yeah. Best women's boxing podcast with Cynthia Conte.
Yeah, and Giandra.
There he is, walking in. Isaac Avelar from Aguascalientes, Canelitos. You can see with the red hair, the red beard.
He really is a ginger.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And also saludos a Paulo Vega in Barranquilla, Colombia. How are you doing? Saludos.
What's up, Paolo? Good man.
Betty Gomez checking in on Facebook, watching us. And Joel Diaz watching us in Cabo San Lucas. Senior and junior out there on the golf course today, but they're checking out the Thompson Boxing Show right now, watching the young fighter Leo Sanchez in the white.
That was a fast-paced opening round. Yeah. So this is a fight that's going to test the conditioning of both fighters, but particularly the fighter who's in his pro debut.
And also shout out to Francisco Salazar, excellent boxing scribe in the 805. The main event tonight, Yuyu Acosta against Isaac Avelar. After this is going to be Chavez Lamito against Oguin, the legendary Oguin. But it's a good scrap right here for two fighters.
Yeah, I mean, Espinosa is so relaxed. When he's on the inside, he just lets those hands go. That was a nice straight right as he was backing away from Sanchez. Sanchez is going to have to get that southpaw jab going a little bit to work his way in intelligently, because he's getting caught as he's walking in, as you just saw.
Daniel Ochoa watching us in Blythe, California. Lou Dub Boxing in Victorville. And of course, the legendary Abrams Boxing. Always love it when Abrams Boxing is checking in with us.
Hey, they're witnessing a nice scrap.
Yes, they are.
Both guys are attacking the body. I think Espinosa, he shouldn't get too greedy. Shouldn't just stay in the pocket too long. Get those shots off and then punch on the fly. And I think Sanchez needs to do what he's doing now. Muscle Espinosa to the ropes or a corner, and then let the bazooka go.
He's starting to do that. You can hear the thud of the punches from Bazooka Sanchez in the white.
Yeah, Sanchez was looking for some uppercuts there.
Right hook land.
Yeah.
Uppercut again. There's the southpaw. The 19-year-old Leo Sanchez in his pro debut, looking good here.
Yeah, and well, he's figured out that he can't be a one-arm fighter. He's got to use both hands.
Oh! Uppercut splits the guard.
That was a nice uppercut. A credit to Espinosa. He stays cool and loose under fire. He takes a good shot. And he keeps punching back. Yep. This Espinosa kid is going to really not only test the stamina, but the mettle of Sanchez, Bazooka Sanchez.
Yeah, good back and forth. 2 rounds down, 2 more to go. And they look at each other. And Espinosa just puts his hands on like, what? Hey, Paul, let's lower the crowd mic a little bit. There we go. Main event, Yuyu Acosta walking in. Whittier, California, Los Mochis roots. Yep, man. And Henry Ramirez, they're watching this in the locker room. Henry's next fighter is going to be Richard Brewer, the co-main. And shout out to Brewer, Chavez, Lamito, and Yuyu Acosta in the back. They're watching the fight right now, and Henry even writes, this is a fun fight, absolutely. Marcellus Blair watching us in Strong Island. What's up, Marcellus? Oh, Cool J, I'm gonna knock you out playing. Francisco Salazar's Doug, do you want me to write anything up on this card tonight?
Of course.
Absolutely. Francisco just got out of soccer practice. Shushan Boxing, you're right. This is a tough first fight opponent. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a real test. You see how calm Espinosa is, even between rounds. He's just got that fresh face. He's taken some huge shots, but he's not bruised or lumped up or cut or anything. So I guess he's got some good skin. Oh, but he can't take too many more of those. But see, he's a fighter. He's game.
Paul, let's get that crowd noise down a little bit more. Philly's in the house, Mark Abrams. Jared McClinchy watching us in Washington. Oh. Hey, Eddie Hernandez separated him a little bit. And the crowd doesn't like it. It's all Sanchez's crowd here. As Espinosa into the back of the corner. Coming up next, Yaphet Lamito, Duel Oguin, but this is a good scrap right now. If you just joined us, Leo Sanchez in white, making his pro debut, hands full against Eric Espinosa, who's tough as nails.
Not just tough as nails, he's game. He is here to fight. He is really trying to win this fight.
Absolutely. Felix Burgos from North Carolina. So we got people all over the place.
Well, they're getting themselves a nice little treat right here.
And Bazooka works the body nicely. Doesn't look like a fighter making his pro debut because usually we can see headhunters, Doug.
That's true. He's got good technique. I mean, his punches are delivered with a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, a little bit more technique and a little more leverage than Espinosa's. But Espinosa has a little more volume. I think Espinosa needs to go back downstairs as he had done in the first 2 rounds.
Bridget watching us in San Luis Obispo. Mark Abrams said this is an old school Blue Horizon strap.
It is. That's some high praise from the legend right there, Mark Abrams.
Felix Tovar in El Paso, Chuco. Yes. Alberto Arechiga, thank you for watching. We appreciate your comments. Thank you for contributing on the Facebook page. And as always, thank you for your support and the kind words here in Thompson Boxing. Done with 3, done with 3. All right, what's up next? Let's see it. As we head to the fourth, it's Japhet Lamito representing Norwalk, California, and Duel Oguin, the veteran, the gatekeeper. You got to go through him if you want to take the next step. Toño Diaz, Alan Carrera, his grandfather for Leo Sanchez. Shushan Boxing watching us in San Jose. What's up, man?
Here we go, fight fans. Put your hands together and cheer the fighters on. This is the fourth round.
Fourth and final round. You know what, Doug, I love? It's your pro debut and you get rounds, not a 15-second
Yes.
Instagram knockout.
Yep. This fight will serve him well.
For both fighters, Eric Espinosa too, getting good work.
Yeah. And regardless of the official verdict of this fight, I'd like to see Espinosa again.
Yes.
Definitely want to see Bazooka Sanchez again.
And I can see why Espinosa has the 2 draws, fighting 4 rounders.
Yeah.
He mixes it up with you.
After the 3rd round, I finally saw Espinosa return to his corner tired. He looked wary. His corner should have taken the mouthpiece out and rinsed it off. Between rounds. They didn't do that because that helps the fighter breathe to take the mouthpiece out. It helps to refresh the fighter's mouth to rinse the mouthpiece off and then put it back in at the start of the round, but whatever.
This is where you can see how the work that Sanchez gets in the Diaz training camp helps him out. He spars the Uzbeks, spars Brandon Lee.
Right, Akhmadaliev, who we know is a beast, a champion.
Yep.
And look, like a champion, he's coming on strong in the final round. Sanchez wants to close the show.
Uppercut again, left hook from Bazooka Sanchez in the white. If you're just joining us right now, 4th and final round, Thompson Boxing in Ontario, California.
Look how defiant and brave Espinosa is. As he's taking a beating in this round, he's like, bring it on, man. Actually walking forward and still moving his hands.
Oh, what an uppercut by Sanchez. Espinosa stays there and takes it. The body work from Sanchez moving at the waist.
Yes.
That's really
here's
impressive.
the thing. Espinosa is so tough, it's forcing Sanchez to rely on more than his power. We're seeing the footwork and the angles from Sanchez. We're seeing him punch in combination and attack the body because he can't get it done with just a single left hand. You know what I mean? So this is good work.
Carlitos Baeza, the legend, watching us in Big Bear. We miss you, Carlitos. Enjoy your trip. 916 G Funky Boxing in Sacramento. You see the redness on the face of Eric Espinosa.
Yeah.
It still says nothing.
Yeah. Boy, he is defiant. And I tell you what, Sanchez is feeling some fatigue now, finally.
19-year-old Sanchez in white. 20-year-old Espinosa in red.
Sanchez is still throwing with a lot of power, though, even though you can tell he's tired.
Final seconds of the fight. Good back and forth action. Leo Sanchez, Eric Espinosa. They get the crowd fired up at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. They go the distance. Round of applause for these 2 young men right here. Put on a good show.
That was a hell of a fight.
Damn good fight. It's fun. That's what you want on a Friday night.
And, you know, it's one of these fights where I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez wins it by a shutout on all 3 official scorecards. And that's an okay scorecard, even though it was a hotly contested fight from start to finish.
We'll come back with a decision here in Ontario.
Experience the world's largest compatible cordless system. Makita's LXT batteries take you from power tools to outdoor power equipment. The blower delivers power comparable to a 24cc gas model. From the job site to your home, reach speeds of 116 miles per hour. Use Makita's cordless products anytime, anywhere. One system, endless possibilities. Now get 2 extra free batteries.
They may call individually, but we need to make that. A lot of POs are.
Paving the way to your personal sanctuary that you simply can't stop thinking about. Find yours at belgard.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for both of these warriors? After 4 exciting rounds of boxing action, to the judges' scorecards we go. All 3 judges, Carla Case, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal, all see about the same. 40-36, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from Indio, California, Leonardo Bazooka Sanchez.
And congratulations to Leo Sanchez. Felicidades. Making his pro debut. Had to work for it. A fun fight. Definitely want to see this young man again. Only 19 years old.
Yeah, and I thought it was, and that's how I had it, 40-36, a shutout. It doesn't really tell the story of the fight because it was hotly contested in all 4 rounds, but Sanchez had the edge in each of those 4 rounds, especially the last 2.
Y saludos a buen amigo Henry Montes. ¿Cómo estás? So coming up next, Jaffe Lamito and Duel Oguin. That was a good one. All right, so we got 2 fights your way. Cleaned it out. What is it? 9 o'clock Pacific time. Cocktails. What are you guys drinking right now? What are you having? Like, go get one. It's a Friday. 3 more fights coming your way. Have it.
And me and Beto, we're still drinking coffee and tea.
Yeah, but not for long.
Not for long.
Hey, Kite, give me a vodka soda, please. The Ace of SoCal checking in. You're right. Toño Diaz's vest is undefeated still. So thank you for joining us. Coming up next, Duel Oguin. Si nos están mirando en Guadalajara, ahorita viene Duel Oguin. And also NGBA Boxing. Shout out to you. Out there in Linwood. There it is. Joel Diaz Jr. is watching us in Cabo San Lucas. So the Diaz training camp getting a victory tonight. And good job by matchmaker Alan Campanova. That was a good one.
Wow. Yeah. That's this is what you want with a developmental series and a club show.
Coming up next, more action here from Ontario.
If you're at this table, you know that it's more than a game of luck. You're not here for the small talk. You're here for the action. If you're at this table, you're a hustler. Hustler Casino.
Here we go, fight fans. Let's get the action going. Once again, please welcome out of the red corner as he makes his way to the ring from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Here is the Hul Elegante Oguin.
All right, so if you're a boxing hardcore fan, you've heard this guy, Yuyu Oguin. He's from Guadalajara, now living in Mazatlan, Sinaloa. Why? Because he was hanging out on vacation. Said he was just chilling, relaxing on the beach, got called this week and said, heck yeah, I will show up, no problem. I don't have a trainer, I don't have a cut man, but I got gloves and I've got a passport, I'm showing up to take on anybody. Yuyu Oguin, an elegante, a journeyman, a fighter's fight.
Have gloves, will travel. He doesn't need a trainer. He keeps his weight down, and he fights so frequently, it's not like he needs to be in the gym. I mean, you know, it's not like he needs to have a camp to get ready for a fight. He doesn't need to spar. Sure, he can go to the gym just to work out and stay sharp, but this is his 5th fight this year. He fought 6 times last year. That's old school. So he's ready to go whenever.
He only had to lose 4 pounds. He stays in shape.
Well, you know, there's a message somewhere in there.
Hey, I see you with that Voodoo Ranger Randall Fly. That's a good IPA, man.
And now please welcome his opponent as he makes his way to the ring. Out of the blue corner from Norwalk, California, here is Chavez Lamito.
Making his 9th ring walk, Japet Lee Lamito from Norwalk, California. His girlfriend opened up the broadcast tonight with a victory in Steph Chavez.
Yeah, and just like her, he was an amateur standout. Unlike her, he had way more than 20 amateur bouts. I think he had over 100.
Yes.
Maybe 150 amateur bouts. All the big tournaments, shared the ring with amateur standouts who are now prospects and contenders from 115 pounds to 130 pounds. And because of that amateur experience, now he's one to watch as a professional.
Yes, he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thompson Boxing Promotions moves on to the next bout of the evening. Scheduled for 6 rounds of action in the featherweight division. Sponsored by Prenovos, Normandin, Berg & Daw, Western Manufacturing, and Thompson Building Materials. Should the bout go the distance, your 3 judges ringside are Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal. And the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Ray Corona. Fight fans, here we go. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He steps to the ring tonight with the green trunks trimmed with black. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed in officially at 126.5 already pounds. His record as a professional, 15 victories against 24 defeats with 5 bouts even. 10 of his victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico, introducing the Hul Elegante Oguin. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. He steps in the ring tonight with a black trunks with silver. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed in officially at 126.8 solid pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring undefeated. 8 wins with 0 losses. 3 of his victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, the fighting pride of Norwalk, California, introducing Chavez Lamito. Once again, your referee in charge, Ray Corona, to get the final instructions.
All right, let's see how these featherweights match up. Of course, the glaring stat there is age. At age 22, Yafet is 11 years younger. He has a slight height and a slight reach advantage as well.
There we go. So thanks to everybody watching us. You got your cigar and your scotch. That's the way to do it in Philly.
Yeah? You're right about that.
That's the way to do it in Philly. That's how you do it. All right, the southpaw is Japhet Lamito, only 8 fights. Oguin, the opponent in the lime green with 49 pro fights.
Right.
Lamito, good background amateur-wise.
Right.
I met him about a year ago. He was fighting at the Big Punch Arena before they cleared up the restrictions here in California. So he's starting off his pro career in Mexico just to get the fights. He trains at his own gym that they have in Norwalk, and he's a young, popular fighter. And this is the typical dual Oguin fight, right, Doug, where you bring this young man in, and Duel's only 31. And why are you bringing him in, Doug?
Oh, to give professional resistance. He's not going to go away. He's got that pride. He's got the experience to back up the pride. He's got the ring ability and the ring savvy to not just take fighters' rounds, but to give him something to think about. And he'll try to win. If he thinks he's got an opportunity to win, he will try to press that advantage.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the 15-24 record. Most of those losses are to undefeated prospects that he took on a couple days' notice. And as Tupac Wallace says, no coach. Yeah, so he doesn't have a coach because he trains himself. And what he does is the matchmakers now know him, having been fighting in the United States for the last 7 years. They'll call him directly, hey, what's up? Oh, you don't need to pay my trainer for a flight or a hotel.
Right, so you save there.
Save money there. I'll show up, I'll make weight, and give me some of that money. So he's also a businessman. His family has a successful business in Guadalajara that he doesn't have to fight, but he loves doing it.
He can still do it.
Yep.
I mean, he's not shop worn.
No, he's not. He fought a couple months ago. He actually fought last month in St. Louis.
He fights all the time. I mean, even during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic in 2020, he fought 4 times that year. Last year he fought 6 times, and he's already fought 4 times this year.
Yeah, so who's in his corner? Well, he asked a couple guys that were in the locker room that I was there. He's like, okay, when's your guy fighting? And he's like, well, my guy's the main event, Isaac Avelar. You want to work it? And then he picked up a cut man. So that's what he's doing. You got to respect those guys. Those are the kind of guys that make the sport of boxing beautiful.
Oh, to me, they're old school. And because they never get an easy opponent, and because they're willing to fight literally on a day's notice, and they fight so often, it's like those fighters from previous eras, from previous decades. And you really don't have that. You don't have that type of fighter as a world-class fighter these days. These days, if you're a world-class fighter, maybe you're fighting twice a year.
Final seconds of the opening round, scheduled for 6, our third bout of the night here at Thompson Boxing in Ontario, California. And Francisco Salazar brings up a good point. Japhet Lee has split time recently on Thompson and Golden Boy promotion cards. Well, Francisco, he doesn't have a promoter. He is a young man who's he doesn't have a job. You work, you fight.
Yeah. Well, and this is one of the cases where being a free agent is a good thing. He can just kind of sneak onto an undercard here and there. So he's actually had a very active 2022. This is his 4th fight this year.
Yep. There's his father, EJ, in the corner. I believe that's his brother next to him. And his father, EJ, actually worked last week. Vic Saludar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Saludar, who fought on Ryan Garcia undercard.
Yeah, went 12 rounds with the prospect out of Puerto Rico in a title elimination bout.
Collazo.
That was a good fight.
Yep. Oscar Collazo, so that was a good one, back and forth. So a boxing family. This second round brought to you by El Dorado Stone. Lamito, who is a southpaw, but he'll switch around, as will Oguin, so he'll give him different looks. So this is when you're looking in the mirror like, okay, I can do this against lesser opponents. What can I do now as the competition gets better?
Yeah, Lamito's trying to figure out the style of Oguin. You know, obviously, who's cagey.
Yep. Shoeshine Boxing says, Augustus, the Drunken Master, was my favorite journeyman.
Oh, yeah.
And I went down a Drunken Master rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, on YouTube?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, a lot of fun.
At least 2 hours just watching it back and forth. Just a fun
That
fight.
dude was entertaining.
Absolutely.
And he was, and again, he was like Oguin. He fought all the times on a day's notice. Didn't have a beautiful record. It was like a 500 record, but he fought everybody. And because of that, he was a hell of a fighter. Actually gave Floyd Mayweather a hell of a fight.
And Mayweather said that was his toughest fight. I watched that one.
He says to this day, I was his toughest fight. I was there. I was in Detroit.
Oh, were you there? Okay.
Yep. That was 2000.
That's before he was money, right?
That's back when I used to like Floyd. It's back when he was entertaining.
He was still pretty boy back then?
He was still the pretty boy.
Okay.
And he was pretty good.
It's on schedule for 6. It's going to be up to Lamito to try to figure out how he can get into duel Oguin. And Oguin the fighter, right, Doug? If you let him hang around, little confidence.
He'll gain confidence, right? And he'll start to take liberties, as any seasoned veteran will. Now, my eyes don't deceive me, but Lamito, he seems a lot bigger than Oguin.
Yes, bigger, more.
Probably put on more weight since the weigh-in.
Very muscular. And Oguin was not training, Doug. His last fight was in June, a month ago exactly.
Yeah.
And said he hasn't done anything.
Well, maybe it was good to let his body rest.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows how to fight.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I don't need to train because I just came off a fight. I had a good camp.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. They called, and I said yes. Good shot landed by Lamito.
Yeah, so Lamito, obviously, he's somebody who likes to operate almost exclusively from a distance. He moves around really well. He's athletic. He's fast, and that's his thing. He wants to. It's like a game of gotcha last.
Yep.
I'm gonna pot shot, pop you on the fly, and get out of range.
Second round winding down. Thank you for watching us wherever you may be on Facebook or on YouTube. Also, thank you to Fight Stars, Supreme Boxing, SO, Pheno Boxing, and True Boxing Heads. So you can watch it on Golden Boy YouTube. I mean, the Thompson YouTube, the Thompson Facebook. I also work at Golden Boy. It's no surprise. And you know what the beauty is? We're streaming this on Supreme, SO, Pheno, and True Boxing. And in 2022, that's beautiful because Thompson Boxing was one of the originators of allowing the streaming. Because remember, Doug, we had that first conversation, like, what are we doing here? And now it's on different platforms.
It's beautiful.
Great job by Paulo Fornia and Joe Pahar and the camera crew. It takes a village to get it done, and we have a stream up there for you guys. So thank you so much wherever you may be
and
watching.
they just added Fight Stars, right? Fight Stars is also getting it out there. So very well done, guys.
And also shout out to Cat Monroe with the social media. All right, third round of action. Scheduled for 6 only. Jeff and Lamito, duel Oguin. And Oguin actually has his sister with him here. She decided to make the trip with her brother. So first I met her. Saludos a la hermana. A lot of Oguin family watching us in Guadalajara.
I think I saw them either yesterday or today at the pool.
Yep.
Just chilling.
Up next, Richard Brewer against Ramon Ayala. And in the main event, Yuyu Acosta against Isaac Avelar.
I like to see Lamito pop that jab a little bit more. I'd like a little more activity from Lamito. I know he's got some fancy feet, but I want to see the hands.
Especially when you're going up against a guy who got called 2 days ago.
Right. And is naturally smaller.
I need to ask Duel after this. Because I told Duel, hey, afterwards, you want to get a beer? And he's like, absolutely.
I like that. So, hey, by the way, that's also old school.
Yeah.
Especially your old school fighters from Mexico.
Yeah.
It's like, fight your ass off. I don't care what level. It'd be like, pound for pound championship level. then go have some beers with the fans, like in the parking lot.
Exactly.
Right.
Usually he says no, right? Because we've known him since the Velasco days that Golden Boy put on. And he was like, no. And this time he's like, absolutely. Yeah. As he gets caught with one.
He is still on vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Vacation mode. And Oguin is a fighter who fought on Hall of Fame weekend a few years ago, and he upset undefeated Golden Boy prospect at Turning Stone Resort and Casino. And I saw him afterwards. Like, you want to have a drink? He's like, no. He's like, I'm like, you just beat a guy who's undefeated. He's like, yeah. We're at the casino. And he's like, I kind of want to play a game, like craps.
Okay.
He's like, no, I don't want to do that either. So that's been the joke between us. Like, you want a beer? And finally he said, yeah.
Oguin trying to pick up the timing, trying to time this kid. He doesn't have the reach, doesn't have the speed or athleticism. So he's trying to time Lamito.
All right, third round winding down.
Ooh. Lamito, he's landing some decent shots here and there. I'd just like to see a follow-up. Just like a two-punch combination.
Any combination right now.
Right, any kind of combination.
You're letting Oguin hang around. All right, so we know in Philadelphia there's scotch and a cigar.
Who was that? Who was that doing the scotch and cigar in Philadelphia?
Come on now.
Was it Adam? Or was it Mark? Mark Abrams? Who? Of course.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
Like a gentleman.
I thought he'd be drinking martinis by now.
Yeah, like a doctor. Hey, a dirty martini would be pretty good right
Yeah.
We got cigars and tequilas or wherever you may be. If you're around here, bring Doug.
Tequila sounds good.
Yeah, beautiful summer night.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking to Ace Torres pretty soon. Young man's going to be action soon. I can't wait to find out when. They haven't told me yet. I need to figure this out. So, a little check. Where you guys watching at right now? There's Japet Lamito and Duel Oguin. Let me know. We'll get you your shout out here in our third bout of the night. Fourth round scheduled for 6. Right now is where you want to see Lamito put some pressure on.
Yeah, this is different from the previous fight where both guys were just emptying the tank, just letting it all hang out. And that was a fighter making his pro debut against a fighter with a 1-0-2 record.
Yep.
And they were very young, you know what I mean? A 19-year-old and a 20-year-old. So obviously they're gonna fight differently than a seasoned veteran and an amateur standout.
And this is Lamito style where he'll shoot you with that right hand.
And you know what? I get that. I understand that. You see, for like the first round, the first 2 rounds, maybe the first 3 rounds, you're figuring out your opponent's style and what you can and cannot do. But at some point, if you're in good shape, I want to see more. I want to see more of the tools that a young fighter has. And, we just saw a right hook there.
Good right by Lamito.
And we do want to see, safety first, I get it. But I also, you want to see a young fighter roll the dice a little bit. Doesn't have to be reckless, but you want to be entertaining.
Lamito goes back to orthodox stance. He's in the black and silver.
That was a nice right to the body.
Oh, here we go. The Ace of SoCal. You want to talk about salty vets? One of our favorite cruiserweight heavyweight, Flores. Remember that guy that would come in? Yeah. He wanted a beer after the fight.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He wanted a beer during the fight.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I respect that. I'm seeing a lot of talent from Yaphet.
Yes.
A lot of athleticism. He's pretty good at doing the switch hitting game. He's just as effective from an orthodox stance as he is from a southpaw stance. But right now, I think he's kind of amusing himself a little bit more than the general fans in attendance.
Hey, it's Friday night at the Doubletree. People, it was buzzing earlier. You better make some noise here.
Yeah.
It's also how you win.
Right. That's often the story. Actually, that's always the story.
Yeah. I mean, say what you want about Ryan Garcia. You're going to like him or not, but he gives you something to talk about.
Yes, he did.
Carolina Dominguez, Gabby Zuniga, Rafael Valerio, Telmo Garcia, thank you for watching Thompson Boxing here on this Friday night in July. Make sure you download the Thompson Boxing app, Android, iPhone. They got you taken care of. All the latest news on the fighters, pictures, behind the scenes information, let you know what's going on. It's on Google Play and the App Store. Is Thompson Boxing coming back to Sacramento? G-Funk Boxing? I don't know for sure, but I know that there's talks of hopefully doing it. You gotta remember, Sacramento is also 1,000 degrees right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe a little later in the year, maybe October.
Yeah. I know the times we've gone up there, good fight town.
It is, for real.
Yeah. I always like to just throw in that Tony the Tiger reference. That was his name, right?
Yeah, Tony the Tiger Lopez.
Yeah.
You know it, man.
Now he's a bail bondsman.
Yeah,
I remember
for decades he's been a bail bondsman.
I remember watching him on ABC Wild World of Sports with Dan Deerdorf on the broadcast.
Oh yeah, Deerdorf and Alex Walu.
That's what it was.
They were a pretty good team. Yeah, no, I remember watching him fight Jorge Paez on ABC.
Where I saw Manomero Paez.
And matter of fact, he beat Paez. The late Rocky Lockridge. Joey Gamache.
Yeah.
He fought a lot of really good fighters, a lot of fun fighters.
That's what, and
a lot of personality.
And they would fight on Saturday afternoons.
Yes, afternoon. That's correct.
That's right. You know, we need some more afternoon boxing.
Yeah.
I know it's different.
Let everybody have their evening, you know?
Yeah. Hey, I don't mind that.
Right?
I don't mind that DAZN is now starting the broadcast at 5 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You get out of there early. You're watching Oguin and Javid Lamito, the southpaw in the black and silver.
See, Oguin is still sneaky and tricky enough to sneak a shot in there, here and there. I think you're going to see Oguin apply some pressure in these final 2 rounds.
And I wouldn't mind seeing some boxing middle of the week, Doug. Like a little Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, I wouldn't. We need more of that.
Yeah.
You can't have everything. I don't like it when there's major fight cards happening at the same time in the U.S.
Yeah, I keep saying, oh, I'm going to watch it, and then I end up not watching it.
Yeah.
And then watch it on YouTube. Joey Gamache, what a name right there, too.
Right. He's a pretty good trainer now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Didn't Oscar make his debut on, or he fought on those afternoon shows early on in his career?
Well, his pro debut was at the Forum in Inglewood. I don't remember. That might have been televised locally, like KCAL or something like that.
Yeah. I just remember.
I think he had a few fights that were on. Yeah, I remember he fought a guy named John Avila.
Okay.
And that was on network television, like a Saturday afternoon.
The reason I remember that is because the advertising was the Bull. Was it a Schlitz malt liquor or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the sponsor.
That was the sponsor.
Yeah.
So how's the guy from Monday Night Football doing?
Right, Deerdorf Dan. He wasn't bad.
Yeah.
He liked it. He liked boxing.
Yeah. So where would the Fight Doctor Ferdy Pacheco be at?
The Fight Doctor, I think, was NBC.
Okay.
And then later Showtime.
Oh, yeah, okay, NBC, that's what it was.
That's right.
Fight Doctor Ferdy Pacheco. Was he really a doctor?
And he's really a doctor.
Okay.
And Marv Albert was.
Marv Albert was on the call, that's right. Coming up next, Cool Breeze. Richard Brewer Jr., undefeated, takes on Ramon Ayala, El Niño de Oro, Un Puño de Tierra. Coming up next, then the main event, Yuyu Acosta, Isaac Avelar. Ray Fernando, you're right. It's super hot in Sacramento.
Here we go, fighter fans. Put your hands together and cheer the fighters on. This is the 6th and final round.
All right, Sonny Franco, let us know. 6th and final round. Chavez Lamito, Dio Oguin. Want to see Lamito do something. Step on the gas here. Pedestrian pace between these two. 8-0 Lamito, black and silver. Oguin gets hit. A little swelling on his left eye. There it is. Salazar says, Doug, it was a prime ticket telecast on a Monday night for Oscar.
Yeah.
So that means it was Tom Kelly?
I think locally it was KCAL, and then outside of Southern California it was Prime Ticket.
There you go. So Tom Kelly on the broadcast,
Tom
probably?
Kelly, that's correct.
Rich Murata, the legend, too? Probably?
Yeah. Heck of a duo.
Here it is. So Ferdy Pacheco was with Bobby Chiz and Steve Albert.
Yeah, that was on Showtime.
Bobby Chiz was a announcer?
Yeah, he was like the boxing analyst. He was really good.
Yeah. I know he's a Mensa member.
Yep.
Lamito
He would remind
too.
you. He would remind you if you forgot that fact.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah. He's proud of it.
And you should be.
Yeah. And he was a hell of a fighter. Former lightweight champion. Light heavyweight champion, sorry.
Then Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan, what was that?
Oh, they were my favorite. They were CBS.
What was CBS had
Yeah,
fights
they
too.
were CBS. Yeah.
So there would be fights on all the networks?
Oh, all three major networks, absolutely.
So that was before HBO and Showtime?
Yeah, I mean, there was HBO and Showtime in the 80s, but they weren't as, they kind of took over in the 90s.
Wow, okay.
Because they were offering licensing fees that the promoters just couldn't say no to. Bigger licensing fees than the networks. So promoters, they went for the money, because they could pay the fighters more money, which is a good thing, but boxing lost that huge, the exposure of network television.
Yeah, that is huge.
All right, looks like Yamito wants to
do something.
Get a little flashy, right? He's going to entertain that way.
Less than a minute to go. Coming up next, Richard Brewer, Ramon Ayala. So Brewer's fans in the Bay Area like Fernandez. Checking in. Lamito, pedestrian work against Oguin. Just a call on a couple days' notice, shows up, and Oguin does what he does. Professional resistance. So they go the distance, 6 rounds, will have the decision. Coming back here at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario.
Experience Makita's cordless outdoor power equipment. The mower is a part of the world's largest battery system and cuts non-stop for up to 2 miles. The self-propelled model makes mowing effortless. Get unstoppable power without the hassles of gas. Reach speeds of up to... Experience Makita's cordless outdoor power equipment. The mower is a part of the world's largest battery system and cuts non-stop for up to 2 miles. The self-propelled model makes mowing effortless. Get unstoppable power without the hassles of gas. Reach speeds of up to 116 miles per hour with the single battery blower. One system, endless possibilities. Now get 2 extra free batteries.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing action, to the judges' scorecards we go. All 3 judges, Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal, all see about the same. 60-54, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated from Norwalk, California, Chavez Lamito.
So let me get my pen, Doug. Let me circle that. Unanimous decision for Japhet Lamito. Workman-like.
Yeah, you said a pedestrian.
Yeah.
And it was pedestrian because that's the pace that Lamito was able to control. You know, he's talented enough to where he's able to do that. And I'll go ahead and be the bad guy here because of his talent and his athleticism and his skill level. I want more from him.
Yep.
I want to see him do more than control the pace and merely win every round.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him step it up and you know, at least try for the knockout. If he can't get the knockout, that's fine. I don't want him to be reckless in there, but I think he can do more than he's doing.
And going up against Duel Oguin with 49 pro fights. As Duel turned around to us and he he showed us the number 1. Like, what number 1? He's like, 1 day. That's how much we had noticed.
Oh, right, yeah.
1 day notice.
Yeah.
We'll be back here at the Doubletree in Ontario. 2 more fights to go here on Friday night. Thompson Boxing.
Live from the Hustler Casino in Gardena, California. Watch the most well-known local and international poker players take the stage and go all in. From low stakes to high stakes, the action will be wild. Tune in to Hustler Casino Live, streaming 5 days a week on YouTube.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm with lightweight prospect Ruben Ace Torres, 18-0, 15 knockouts.
Sir.
And I'm talking to you here because you're going to headline the next Thompson Boxing promotion show, August 20th. It's going to be in Corona, California.
Omega Products Arena.
Yep, Omega Products International. This is outside in the parking lot, Boxing Under the Stars. I know a lot of people in the boxing industry who they're going to be there. Like I know like boxing insiders that go to all the biggest shows, the biggest championship shows. They're going to be there because like they're celebrating their birthday because it's fun.
Me to be nervous, huh?
Yeah, no.
Be on the stage,
well, they're going to see you,
that's
but
a good thing. That's who you want to be there.
They're there because it's a fun atmosphere. Just talk to us a little bit about what it means to headline the outdoor show.
Well, like you said, August 20th, Corona, California. We've been, working our way up, starting from the 4-rounders to the 6, then 8. I'm at 8, almost 10 now. We're just talking about that. I don't know if it's going to be a 10-rounder, 8-rounder.
That's what I want to know. Like, it's too early to tell if, to who you're going to fight or how many rounds it's going to be. But if it's up to you, 8-rounder or 10-rounder. And you can
I
lift
feel
that
like
a little bit.
We're ready to jump to the next level.
Right.
If it's a 10-rounder, we're ready. We're ready for 12. You know that, Doug. So if it would be a 10-rounder, I'll be ready. But if Thompson, my team wants to let these play out, depends. So I don't have an opponent yet.
Right.
So it's a lot that goes into it, but I would love a 10-rounder.
So personally, I'm hoping you're put in super tough, right? Like former champion. I'm hoping it's 10 rounds, and that's not to give you a hard time. I think you're ready for it. And the thing is when you win a 10-rounder, that's when you go from being a prospect to a contender. So I just want to talk real quickly a little bit about your goals. This is going to be your second fight of 2022. How many fights would you like to have this year? And then where do you see yourself in 2023?
23, I see myself already fighting for a title early in the year, an eliminator maybe, by the end of the year for sure, holding that belt. Or going up there, I'm not, time is not on our side. It is, but it isn't.
You're young. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 23. I'm 24. I'll be 25 later on this year.
You still got time is still on your side. Yeah.
I'm getting there,
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of things, you got to be patient, but I think it's time to make some noise. So by the end of the year, my goal is 20-0. Like you said, I'm 18-0 right now. 20-0 next year. Let's get some eliminators, knock down some vets, or if any other promoters want to challenge, some of their guys they see coming up. I mean, Ruben Torres is right here, lightweight division. Everybody want to move up now, so we're right here.
I was looking at the Ring Magazine lightweight rankings, and I was looking at number 9 and number 10. Two young guys, two southpaws. Number 9, William Zepeda. You've heard of him?
Out of Mexico.
The pressure fighter out of Mexico,
yes,
right? Number 10, Frank Martin. They call him the Ghost.
He just fought.
He just fought. Yeah. Do you see yourself on their level, or how soon can you get to their level?
Most definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Those will be some great challenges.
Okay.
And to fight on a platform like that, I think Cepeda's Golden Boy.
Yes.
Frank Martin's PVC. I mean,
That's right.
I don't know. Like you said, they're already in 9-10. So would they want to take a risk fighting a guy like me? That's up to them and their promoters. But if anybody says my name, I'm right here.
All right. That's what we want to hear. Listen, hey, thank you very much for talking to us a little bit. I can't wait to watch you August 20, Boxing Under the Stars, Corona, California. Like I say, there's going to be a lot of real hardcore fans there, but there's going to be a lot of boxing insiders there too.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great night. Great night of boxing for sure.
All right.
Main event, August 20th. Don't miss out.
All right, folks, you heard it from Ace Torres himself.
Right, fans, the next show for Thompson Boxing Promotions is going to be August 20th in Corona, California from the Omega Products International Outdoor Arena. We're fortunate tonight to have some of those fighters that will be headlining that card. And one of them first introducing, please welcome to the ring, Louis Lopez. Another fighter fighting on August 20th in Corona, California. Please welcome to the ring, Adrian Corona. Adrian Corona fighting August 20th in Corona, California. His opponent is here this evening. He'll be fighting the tough Pedro Valencia. These two fighters, ladies and gentlemen, will be squaring up inside the ring. At this time, they're going to face off inside the ring. This is a much anticipated fight, once again, from Adrian Corona versus Pedro Valencia. All this action happening August 20th in Corona, California at the Omega Products International Outdoor Arena.
Everybody dreams big, but few grind for it. Everybody cuts corners expecting great results. Only some understand how to climb to the top. Only some can become champion and
Ruben Ace Torres. Once again, all this action happening August 20th from the Omega Products Outdoor Arena, Corona, California. Get your tickets. Go to www.thompsonboxing.com. We hope to see you there.
Everybody dreams big, but few grind for it. Everybody cuts corners expecting great results. Only some understand how to climb to the top. Only some can become champion and stay at the top. On August 20th, the future is one step closer. Live from Corona, Ruben Ace Torres will try to stay perfect. Also featuring Louis Lopez in a Southern California welterweight clash against Malik Roshan Birdsong. Plus undefeated lightweights Pedro Valencia versus Adrian Corona. Somebody's O has got to go. Path to Glory, Saturday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Watch it live or watch the stream. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss it.
Here we go, fight fans. Let's get the action going. Once again, please welcome out of the red corner from the Distrito Federal, Mexico. Here is Ramon Niño de Oro Ayala.
All right, this is Ramon Ayala, not the accordion player, not the legendary Mexican. This is from Mexico City, El Niño de la Condesa, coming into El Sinaloense, which is a song from the fighter from Sinaloa, a different state. I'm like, wait a minute, you're from Mexico City, but he was born in Cuernavaca. Oh, he represents a bunch of different states, right? And he's like, I just like the song.
Yeah. I like it. Gets you fired up.
There it is. All right. Randall Flagg, what's happening, Randall Flagg?
And now please welcome his opponent as he makes his way to the ring out of the blue corner from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Cool Breeze, Richard Brewart Jr.
All right, this is Cool Breeze, Richard Brewart Jr. from Rancho Cucamonga, trained by Henry Ramirez.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of watched him grow up.
Yes, we have.
And a lot of times we just see him here at the fights when he's not fighting because he's had injuries that he's had to overcome that have kept him out of the ring at various parts of his career. So obviously he's looking to make up for lost time.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California, Thompson Boxing Promotions is proud to present the co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Sponsored by Bellegarde, Makita Tools, Rule the Outdoors, and Hustler Casino, Los Angeles. Your 3 judges scoring the bout should it go the distance are Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal. And the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Eddie Hernandez Sr. Fight fans, here we go. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stepped in the ring tonight with a blue trunks with gold and white. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed in officially at 159.9 already pounds. As a professional, he has 31 fights to his credit, including 25 victories against 6 defeats, 13 of his victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Distrito Federal, Mexico, introducing Ramon, Niño de Oro, Ayala. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. He stepped to the ring tonight with the white trunks trimmed with black. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed officially at 159.4 already pounds. As a professional, he enters the ring tonight undefeated. 11 wins with 0 losses. 4 of his victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the fighting pride of Rancho Cucamonga, California. Here he is, Cool Breeze, Richard Brewart Jr. Once again, your referee in charge, Eddie Hernandez, with the final instructions.
See how these middleweights match up. Now Richard Brewart being 24, he's got age, youth on his side. Ayala is a little bit taller. Brewart has a very slight reach advantage.
So we're underway. Our co-feature tonight, Bethel Duran, alongside Doug Fisher, editor-in-chief of Ring Magazine. 8 rounds scheduled here at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Brewart, Cool Breeze, the nickname. He's in little white trunks with the blue trim. Ramon Ayala, veteran of 31 fights. He's got the blue and gold. Niño de Oro, the Golden Boy is his nickname. We haven't seen him in 6 years, Doug. Last time he was fighting at 135. He had fought Omar Figueroa, who went on to be a world champion.
He fought a lot of tough guys. He's fought as heavy as welterweight, and because of his height, he's 6 feet tall, he could carry welterweight, but maybe middleweight is a step too far. And I'd like to see if Brewart takes advantage of that long layoff. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of ring rust.
And thank you for joining us on the Thompson Facebook and on the YouTube page, reading comments from both. Thanks for the interaction. Also, saludos a Nacho from True Boxing Heads. As Brewart coming out strong right away.
Brewart should tap that body of the veteran fighter who's fighting at, an unnaturally heavy weight. There we go. We just saw a right to the body and a nice quick combination from Brewart. And if you notice, Ayala, he wings his shots.
Yeah.
There's a loop. There's looping shots, an arc to his punches. We've seen in the past that Brewart has he could be a sharpshooter and throw nice straight right hand down the middle, or stick a nice jab right down the middle.
Brewart coming off a heck of a training camp. He was in Big Bear sparring Jaime Munguia.
Yikes.
He was the main sparring partner for Munguia's last fight. So they got great work up in Big Bear, where Munguia bought Triple G's former house. A slip.
That wasn't off a punch. That was just a slip. Hopefully his ankle is okay.
Oh.
Hey, but that's amazing work. Not just being in with a beast like Munguia, who's a volume puncher, who's big and strong, but also at altitude. That's going to test you.
Yep, and he wasn't living up there. He'd drive up from Cucamonga for sparring days. For 3 days a week, Munguia was sparring. And let's just say that not all sparring partners were asked back. Brewer did the entire camp with Munguia, and Munguia took care of him, invited him to his last fight.
Oh, that's great.
Paul Banke, former champion, watching us. Shout out to Paul.
Yeah, former champion at 122 pounds. Oh, there was that right cross.
There it is.
I think that's his money punch, that straight right, lead right counter.
Good opening round for Richard Brewer. Hustler Casino bringing you the replays.
All right, Brewart is measuring his man, and that was a beautiful right cross over the jab of Ayala. Let's see it from a different angle here. Ayala put the jab out, didn't bring it back quick enough, and Brewart caught him with the straight right. And as we mentioned, that's sort of a favorite punch of Richard's.
So we're mentioning how Brewer was in camp with Munguia. Well, who else was in there? El Terrible, trainer of Munguia, Eric Morales. And, Morales is an intimidating figure. Nice guy when he's not around the boxing world, right?
Yeah.
But once he's in the gym, and he said there'd be some rounds where Brewer would do good, and Morales was, not happy. And then the next round, Munguia was doing good, and Morales was happy. And he's like, just being there, that Munguia speaks some English, so he was able to have a conversation with Brewer, but that Morales was using his phone, the translate, the Google Translate, to give him compliments on what he liked. So,
wow.
So it was, he said, just the overall experience, it just made him even hungrier to realize I'm not too far away from taking the next step.
Yeah, that type of gym or camp experience, sparring experience, it can do a lot for an up-and-comer. It can really help their confidence, and I've seen it many times in this sport over the past 20 years. I remember Brandon Rios as a prospect, about the same level as Brewer, 10-0, 11-0, had a camp in Big Bear with Marco Antonio Barrera.
Oof.
And it might have been before Barrera fought
Prince?
Juan Manuel
Juan Manuel.
Marquez. Yeah, in 2007. And I could tell there was marked improvement from Bam Bam Rios. And it wasn't so much that, Rios learned how to box. He already knew how to fight. He just boxed with more confidence because he'd spent all that time with a great fighter like Marco Antonio Barrera at altitude in a real camp.
Good uppercut landed by Brewert. And I see you guys on the YouTube chat talking about some great knockouts. There's some Chico Morales talk, Ajaba Howard talk, Paul Williams talk. So
oh, wow,
some hardcore boxing fans watching on a Friday night. Great job. Glad to bring you the fights here from Ontario, California. Undefeated Richard Brewer. Cool Breeze, the nickname.
Real smart attacking that midsection. I'm sure Henry Ramirez has instructed him to do just that. As Ramirez knows, when aging fighters put on weight, they're susceptible downstairs. Nice looping right hand landed by Ayala. So Rich is going to have to keep that left hand up. He's going to be ready to parry or block that shot or duck under it. Because Ayala does have that experience.
And these veteran fighters, as it progresses, what do? They'll just start winging, looking for that haymaker to land. Another solid round for Richard Brewer. Cool Breeze looking good through too. Thompson building material, transforming spaces into beautiful places. Gardena, Lamito, Camarillo, San Diego, Ripon, Sacramento. ThompsonBuilding.com. Here's a comment from Adrian Sandoval. Well, if Bam Bam was emulating Marquez, no wonder Barrera lost.
That was just one of the sparring partners.
Yeah.
Rios actually had some pretty good technique when he wanted to employ it. He actually had a nice jab, nice uppercuts, good in-fighter. Barrera had to be ready for everything because Marquez was a complete fighter, a complete technician, counter-puncher, combination puncher, everything. And I'll remind that guy that was a close fight. Yeah, Barrera lost, but it was a hotly contested 12-round fight.
Heck of a fight.
Brilliant fight, really.
Third round of action, Cool Breeze, Richard Brewer in the white. If you just joined us right now, his dad and family runs IE Finest Frenchies. They breed French bulldogs. And Richard was telling me the story of how the family business, you got to help clean it up, take care of the dogs. That's the business that they have, the discipline to have that. Also a caretaker for his uncle.
So, nice left hook.
Yeah, got him with that one.
Yeah, sent Ayala reeling into the ropes, and that's where a young fighter should attack.
And Henry in the corner is waving at him, go, go.
Right. Henry wants to see some aggression because you want the younger fighter to set a pace that's going to be uncomfortable for the older fighter who's coming off the layoff.
6-year layoff for Golden Ayala in the blue and gold.
Tell you what, he doesn't look that bad for 6 years away.
No. And he fought some guys that went on to be champions.
Yeah, he fought some tough guys.
So he's got the experience of what it's like. And I was in the back telling him, like, you fought Omar Figueroa. He's like, yeah, okay.
Omar was a monster.
Yeah.
That guy was a beast at lightweight. Brewer's looking really good. Look, oh, got that right hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt him.
That hurt him.
And that
He's
right
wobbling.
hand,
He's wobbling.
that right hand was perfectly timed.
Brewart 1-2, trying to go upstairs, trying to counter against Golden Ayala. Ayala staggered here with 40 seconds to go in the third, bleeding from the mouth.
That right hand was,
There's
another one. Yep.
Uppercut 1-2 from Cool Breeze Brewart.
That right hand to the body and also as a counter punch is just it's just been money for Brewart all fight long.
Ayala trying to survive the third round. He's taking some punishment here. 10 seconds to go in the third. Solid round for Richard Brewer. Ayala in the corner. Will he survive the third? He does. So if you're watching this on Thompson's Facebook or YouTube, you also have options. Fight Star, Supreme Boxing, SO, Vino Boxing, and True Boxing Heads also streaming the fight for you tonight. Seconds out. Thank you for your support. Ramon Ayala tagged in the third. Mentioned some of the guys he fought. It was Omar Figueroa who stopped him. Chris Van Heerden who stopped him.
Yeah, and Van Heerden was a welterweight contender.
Yep. And then his last fight in 2016 against very tough Bryant Pereira.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he was also a welterweight, a world-rated welterweight, and a former amateur standout as well.
I'm not even gonna try to say that again.
Yeah, that is not an easy last name to pronounce. But tough opposition for Ayala.
Now Ayala, like, okay, why are you fighting if you haven't fought in 6 years? I was in the back with Yuyu Oguin. He's like, honestly, they stole my money. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, his former management?
He didn't say who. He said somebody who had access to my account.
Oh no.
Took my money, so here I am boxing.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, mind you, guys tell you stories, you never know if they're true or not.
Right.
But then he was telling me where he was living in Mexico City.
Yeah.
He was living in Polanco, which is a very nice area. And he's like, I'm not living there anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, so he goes, I'm back on my feet, things are fine.
Yeah.
He's like, but I got some hunger and I still got some fight left in me.
You know what? He's showing the eye of the tiger here. He's taken some hard shots. He's been buckled. His legs have been wobbled. And he's actually landed some nice shots in this round already. But Brewer is landing the better shots.
Yep. Looking
more
solid.
effective blows, yeah.
And this is Brewer's weight where he's fought his entire career.
Well, we've kind of seen him grow into middleweight. You know, I think when we first called one of his fights together, I think he was like 150 pounds, 152 or so, and we're thinking, because he was young, we're thinking, well, maybe he can make 147. But I think when he was healing from like the hand injuries and then the knee injury, right, he got big, and he was growing, you know. So here he is at middleweight.
Looking good, sitting down on his punches. As Henry Ramirez said, he's starting to get that man strength, not a little kid anymore.
I can see that.
Charles Bossiger watching us. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Excellent matchmaker from the Southern California area.
Somebody just said that Ayala looks like a little City Salido.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit, yeah.
In the corner of Ayala telling him, throw, you need to throw punches.
Yeah, they're right.
Deflected by Ayala in the blue. Fourth round winding down, scheduled for 8. Our co-feature tonight, Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, Thompson Boxing. Make sure you use the hashtag Thompson Boxing. Headed to the 5th round, Henry Ramirez. Good stable that he has. Young fighters. You got Richard Brewer. Also Louis Lopez we're going to see soon. For the kid, Knuckle Nelson, the iron worker. He's here tonight too.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about Henry is as much success as he has had as a professional trainer, he remains in the amateur ranks.
Oh yeah.
And he still trains kids and gets them into the amateur programs. And if they have the aptitude and the desire, they box into their teens, and those who want to turn pro, like Richard Brewer, they do so under his tutelage.
Rain Cross Boxing, where Henry has his guys in Riverside, California. Got a good young stable of young kids. We're in the 5th round. So what do you see? If you're Brewer, what do you do now, Doug? You know, you're controlling this fight, but what do you do?
I say you take the fight to Ayala, push him back. Don't be content to just box around him. Push him back. I mean, he showed that he's game and he'll let his hands go, but only sporadically. And I haven't seen any indication that Ayala has the kind of power that can turn this fight. Now you don't want to get hit with anything stupid, obviously, but if you're on your P's and Q's and you know you're being defensively responsible, you can apply pressure. And I think that's what the younger man, a naturally bigger man, who isn't coming off a long layout, I think that's what he should be doing to Ayala, pushing him back to the ropes where he can attack the body and work on the inside a little bit. That's how you break down a guy.
Shout out to Roger Chapa, my favorite immigration attorney out in the Calexico area. You'll see him. Also, Cal Attorneys, proud sponsor of Ronnie Rios, Alexis Rocha, out in Santana. Y saludos a toda la gente que nos está mirando en la Ciudad de México, en la Condesa, el niño de la Condesa, Ramon Ayala. Ayala in blue, Richard Brewer in white. Doug, you'll love the conversation that's going on YouTube right now.
What are they talking about?
About the WBA and their belts.
Oh, yeah.
And the hostages of the WBA.
The hostages of the... You know what?
Yeah.
The WBA is the oldest sanctioning organization out there. They drive everybody crazy, but guess what? Those sanctioning organizations are part of boxing, you know? The networks want championship boxing, and the promoters want to deliver what the networks want so they can get that exposure for their fighters and the licensing fees. So they need the sanctioning organizations, and they're all in business together.
Oh, absolutely.
The sanctioning organizations are in tight, not just with the promoters and the networks, but with the commissions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're entrenched, and to some extent, boxing deserves them. I hate to say it, but
they deserve each other.
They deserve each other, yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
I ain't mad at them.
Oh, the Ace of SoCal, our good friend. He's always good for those snarky remarks. You know how there's that nightclub here called Misty's?
Yeah.
He said, I can't wait for the Misty's championship belt to be brought out by the WBC.
Yeah.
I mean, they all...
It could happen.
Hey, if you have a sanctioning body...
If you're willing to pay that sanctioning fee, they'll come up with a belt.
Hey,
period.
We can fight some fighters in there.
Yeah.
We definitely can.
Oh, yeah.
Beth Durant, Doug Fisher, and you, wherever you may be. If you got questions for Doug, let us know. We'll interact with you guys. Appreciate you on the Thompson Boxing Facebook and YouTube pages. Make sure you download the Thompson Boxing app for more information as to what's going on with the fighters, the backgrounds, good pictures from Carlitos and Kite. And they're on the YouTube, they're talking about women's boxing too in the belts. Choi and Sven Otke. Yeah. So, hey, hardcore fans are watching us tonight.
Those are, yeah.
Cheers to you.
These are hardcore topics.
How many consecutive events has Thompson had at this venue? 22 years.
So the answer is a lot.
Yeah. So you find a home, you keep it. If you can find a place to have a party, you keep it. Thompson Boxing, this venue here, see some guys have gone on to world championship fights. Timothy Bradley.
And he will probably be elected into the International Boxing Hall of Fame one day, so that's saying a lot. And the fact that they've been around for 22 years, and mainly at this venue, that's got to make this one of the most successful developmental programs / club shows in America.
Without a doubt.
Think about it.
You have Mauricio Herrera, Josecito Lopez coming out of here.
Yeah.
Momo Romero, the Colombian, came out of here.
Oh, Yanni Perez.
Yanni Perez.
Also Colombia.
Yep. Danny Roman, exactly. Danny Roman losing here and still making his way out of here.
Yeah.
So if you can win here, you work your way up. Ace Torres now on the brink for Thompson Boxing. Michael Dutchover fights August 5th on the Last Chance on Pro Box TV.
Yep, definitely rooting for him.
That's a good one. And Pro Box, I like what they're doing with their style.
Yeah, I meant to subscribe. He was telling me about it after the last show. Ayala's off balance there, but that's also an indication of his legs.
Yeah, his legs are wobbly now.
And the fact, you know, if Richard steps on the gas a little bit and aims for that body, keeps working on that body, he can chop this veteran down.
Just crayfish. This fight shouldn't be going this deep. Hey, you know what? I got you. I agree. Let's see if can Brewer put him away. That body is there for Brewer.
Brewer's looking really good, technically speaking, by the way. I like the head movement, the head and upper body movement. I like his defense. I like his offense. Sometimes he can blend the two a little bit.
But Ayala is tough.
Yeah. Ayala's, he's defiant. He's a defiant veteran. And he does have that experience.
Bleeding from the mouth of Ayala. He got tagged hard in the third. And here we are now going to the 7th. Our co-feature, Thompson Boxing. Editor-in-Chief of Ring Magazine, Doug Fisher, and Beth Duran with you. And up next, a redhead, a ginger, Isaac Avelar, or Isaac Avelar, Canelito taking on Yuyu Acosta, the main event for Yuyu. He has a big crowd coming his way. All right, Just Crayfish and Lucy are doing, they said, you know what? Their advice for Ayala, go Mayorga and just wing it.
Yeah.
Why not? He must be gassed. Hasn't fought in 6 years. He has been training. He's been back in the gym.
Yeah.
But to actually get into the ring and fight.
Yeah, his form's not too bad.
No. Especially at a heavier weight. Some swelling on the left side of his face.
He's taking some shots.
And everybody's gonna be like, oh, Canelito, Canelito. Yeah, like he said, since he was a little kid, he had that name. Development series at the Doubletree Hotel. Wins tonight for Steph Chavez, Leo Sanchez, and Japet Lamito. Summer picking up, a lot of boxing coming your way. Top Rank has a show tomorrow in Minnesota. Joel Gonzalez taking on Isaac.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun fight. Yeah, that'll be on ESPN too.
Yep.
There's that right. Maybe like a hook after he lands that right, or you land that right to the jaw and then a hook to the body. And actually, I think Brewer should be looking for uppercut opportunities.
Is that open?
Yeah, when Ayala jabs, but he'll have to step. He'll have to get inside. And right now, Brewer, he's staying at range.
Good work for Brewer. Good experience. It's a veteran in Ramon Ayala.
Yeah, he does look
There's
good.
the hook, Doug.
Yeah.
There's a right hand hook to the body, just like you called the Doug Fisher.
I want to see him punctuate, like use that hook to the body after he lands the there we go. So see that I mean that's his money punch. See, when he lands a shot like that, then land an equally hard shot to the body or to the jaw if it's open. You know, like, what do they call it? A two-piece. Give him a two-piece and a biscuit. Order the two-piece with the biscuit. Don't just give him a chicken wing.
And going upstairs, going to the body. Here's Brewer. Ayala against the ropes. He can hit upstairs, trying to roll with them. And Brewer lets him off the ropes. There's
Bang,
a body
bang.
shot.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Is there a 3-4 with it?
Right.
Good round for Richard Brewer Jr. And Francisco Salazar sure did. And you're right, Randall Flagg breaking him down. That's a great way to put it, Randall. Brewer is breaking down the veteran Ramon Ayala as we head to the 8th and final round. Danny Drew, Brewer has good fundamentals, mechanics. That's
yes,
right.
he does. His technique is good. He's been sharp every round.
A lot of credit to Henry Ramirez because you know they're not going to be doing those 35-punch combos at his gym.
No, it's the basics, and it's.
Oh, hold on, so they're going to cut you off. The legend is here. Saludos. Miguel Cubos is here. Oh, man. Cubos, who has shown up and got some big victories as a heavyweight. He shows up anytime as a cruiserweight, heavyweight, every promotion uses him. Saludos a Miguel Cubos in Mexico.
In final round.
Sonny Franco lets him know, 8th and final round. And Ayala coming out with some aggression. This guy's been around, but he's got a lot of pride.
He hasn't gone into survival mode, which I'm impressed.
But does Brewer step into that 5th gear? And there's a knockdown. A little bit off balance, but he did go down.
Yeah, it was off a punch. But he was off balance to begin with.
But it was off a punch. Can Brewer get him here in the 8th? Can he close the show? Body work, good shot from Brewer. Just want to see 2, 3, 4 punches at a time from Richard. Hook, countering, moving around, knowing that he's got a desperate fighter in front of him. Hook from Brewer. That left hook is nice from Richard Brewer tonight.
Yeah, his punch selection has been on point. He's shown us a lot. He's shown us his defense, actually. A lot of defense, a lot of ring generalship with his footwork and his movement and his control of distance and the control of the pace. I think the only thing we wanted to see more of was just maybe him step the pace up just a little bit more and maybe push for the knockout a little bit more. But he has gone for it at points during this fight. Ayala has just hung in there really tough. And at the end of the day, I mean, boxers are what they are, and you know, Brewart is not a search and destroy puncher. He's a boxer.
He's gonna break you down.
Yes. He's methodical.
Good right hand from Brewer. Final seconds of the fight. You gotta do it. They go the distance. Richard Brewer, Ramon Ayala go 8 good rounds. Brewer, congratulating the corner of Ramon Ayala. Sportsmanship between the two. One more fight to go, the main event. Yuyu Acosta, Isaac Avelar coming up next. We'll get you to the decision. Thompson Boxing in Ontario, California on a Friday night.
Now, they may call individually, but we need to make that. A lot of POs are
Paving the way to your personal sanctuary that you simply can't stop thinking about. Find yours at bellegarde.com.
Experience the world's largest compatible cordless system. Makita's LXT batteries take you from power tools to outdoor power equipment. The blower delivers power comparable to a 24cc gas model. From the job site to your home, reach speeds of 116 miles per hour. Use Makita's cordless products anytime, anywhere. One system, endless possibilities. Now get 2 extra free batteries.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 8 exciting rounds of boxing, to the judges' scorecards we go. All 3 judges, Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal, all see about the same, 80-71, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, Cool Breeze, Richard Brewer Jr.
Cool Breeze, Richard Brewer Jr. gets quality work tonight. Goes the distance against very game Ramon Ayala. Brewer is now 12-0 on the season. You see a team picture, Brewer's dad with him. Look at the highlight here, Doug.
Yep. Brewer controlling the distance, and you know, that was a cuffing left hook that sent Ayala down. But with like most of the punches that were buckling the legs of Ayala earlier in the fight, the punches were the timing was on point with those shots. He's picking the right shot to land at the right time. And those are the results. It wasn't necessarily a hard punch, it was just the right shot at the right time.
Right hard, right punch, right time.
If
We'll
you're
come back
at
with more
this
from
table,
Ontario.
you know that it's more than a game of luck. You're not here for the small talk. You're here for the action. If you're at this table, you're a hustler. Hustler Casino.
Everybody dreams big, but few grind for it. Everybody cuts corners expecting great results. Only some understand how to climb to the top. Only some can become champion and stay at the top. On August 20th, the future is one step closer. Live from Corona, Ruben Ace Torres will try to stay perfect. Also featuring Louis Lopez in a Southern California welterweight clash against Malik Roshan Birdsong. Plus undefeated lightweights Pedro Valencia versus Adrian Corona. Somebody's O has got to go. Path to Glory, Saturday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Watch it live or watch the stream. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss it.
Back here ringside, Beth Durant alongside Doug Fisher. 4 fights so far. They've all gone the distance. Victory so far for Stephanie Chavez, Leo Sanchez, Japet Lamito, and now Richard Brewer. We got one more fight to go, the main event. Yuyu Acosta, Isaac Avelar. Doug, so far we've had 4 fights go the distance, but it's been good quality work for these young fighters.
Yeah, and you know, with Brewer, he pitched a shutout, but it's good to go 8 rounds against a fighter as experienced as Ayala. We've seen him in there with fellow prospects, guys who were like 7-0, 8-0, and we've seen him in some tough fights where he's been knocked down and had to get up. That's a different experience. It's a different type of energy against a young fighter who's just throwing caution to the wind. This was a little bit different. Quality rounds, he's going to advance from that.
He'll definitely advance from that. You know who else is going to advance? Sonny Franco, our ring announcer.
They have to fix these lights. So you guys are going to need to talk. Because they have to fix these lights and we don't know how long it's going to take. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on.
Once again, Miss Elvia.
All right, so we have a couple minutes before we get to the fight at the Durant alongside Doug Fisher and you, wherever you may be. So a little technical difficulties here in Ontario. So some of you guys were noticing the lights were flickering back and forth during that last fight. So we want to make sure that the lights are taken care of properly. We don't want them to go out during that. So we're going to make sure the lights get fixed. So it's going to be a couple minutes. So right now, what you need to do, get yourself a cocktail. Get yourself a soda. Get yourself a water.
Where's
whatever.
our cocktails?
Right. You know what? Right, for real though.
I've been done with my coffee.
Yeah,
man. Come on.
Hey man, hey, go get me a beer.
It's late.
Go get me a beer. Just whatever beer you bring me, man. Since you want to be on camera, bring me a beer.
We got you.
No, I'm messing with you, man. No. Yeah, bring me a shot. Yeah, bring me a shot. No, I'm messing with you, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But see, this is how interactive we are right here. We get interactive with the fans back here. We appreciate everybody else going with you. If I knew who he was, I'd take the drink though. But so right now, if you guys have questions for Doug Fisher, make sure you can ask him right now. But you know, somebody brought it up pretty good. The last time we had a main event, Sal Sanchez was upset by Eros Correll, who had a big amateur background, and Sanchez was coming up. So those are the kind of things that we see at the Thompson shows where you never know what you might get on some of these.
There's no home cooking. Just because you're the Thompson guy doesn't mean you're going to get the benefit of the doubt on the judges' scorecards. And I think the fighters know that coming in, and I think Team Sanchez knew that was not an easy fight. I think they knew that Eros, given that not just his amateur background, but just his style.
Yeah.
He has a strange style that it could be, it could be a difficult fight, and it turned out to be that. I will say, for the record, I thought Saul Sanchez won that fight. Yeah. Narrow. I mean,
quick, close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, I had it like 96-94 for Sanchez.
And if you guys wondering, you guys really read the comments. Look, I got two phones here. Got the YouTube, got the Facebook here. And Roger Chapa says, "Man, you want to michelada?" No, man, we're indoors. Yo, michelada during the day. At night, right now, a good little vodka soda would be pretty good, right? And Doug wants to get us. Roger, why don't you show us? Roger, you got that attorney money. Come up and show and buy some drinks here, man. But right now, let's see our main event tonight. It's going to be Yuyu Acosta against Isaac Avelar. The lights have been fixed. Let's look at this sweet video produced by California.
I'm super excited to be back as the main event at the Doubletree Hotel. It's been a long time since I fought here, and it's at home. I'm at home. My family's going to be here, my friends, my fans. It feels amazing to be back here as the main event. It's been over a year since my last fight, but I've been at the gym. I've been training hard. I've been sparring Jamal Herring, former world champion, a bunch of great sparring partners. I've had a couple fights fall off, so I've been in shape. I've been on weight for a couple months now. And just throughout this whole 14 months that I've been inactive, I've been active in the gym, bettering myself as a fighter and looking ways to improve as an athlete overall. Yeah, so I'm the main event against Isaac Avelar. I know he is a tough competitor. He's a southpaw, my first official southpaw that I'm facing as a professional. So I'm expecting a little bit of a change of pace, change of competitiveness. He's going to be hungry. He didn't get a win his last fight, so I'm expecting fireworks. I expect him to press forward and press to action, and I'm just going to be ready. I'm going to use my length. I'm going to use my speed, my power, and it's going to be a great night. So for the people watching, thank you guys for coming out and supporting always. I'm so grateful for you all. And for those of you that aren't here in person, you guys can watch it live stream on Facebook, on YouTube. And if you are watching it, thank you so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support so much. It makes me want to train harder and reach new levels in my career. Thank you guys for the motivation.
Me siento muy bien y muy motivado.
I'm really thankful to have the opportunity, and I'm here to take the victory back to my home state in Mexico.
Pues ha sido una preparación nueva.
This has been a different camp for me. I have a new team that I'm working with. We focus more on different things based on George Acosta's style. We've been working extremely hard in the gym, and it's been a really good and great experience for me. I know very well how George is. He tries to use his reach during a fight, and obviously we know that he doesn't have much of a punch, which actually will work to our benefit. My plan for the fight is to work inside, try to capitalize on the fact that I do have power in my hands, and I'm one of the best to win. To all those that are going to be watching me here live and at home in Aguascalientes, Mexico, I want to tell them that I'm highly motivated. I trained very hard for this fight, and I know I came to get the victory. I know it's going to be an exciting matchup, and I can't wait to get started.
Here we go, fight fans. Let's get the action going once again. Please welcome out of the red corner from Aguascalientes, Mexico. Here is Isaac Canelito Avelar.
Desde Aguascalientes, Isaac Avelar, or Isaac Avelar, however you want to say, El Canelito, with 20 pro fights coming into Pelea de Gallos, Antonio Aguilar. La Feria de San Marcos is the song that he's coming into.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, so the song coming into it's
Fighting music.
Chicken fight.
Yeah, rooster fight. And he's got the hair, you know. What do you call that on a rooster? A plume, or what do you? On the top of a rooster's head, that you know, the little red thing on the top of the.
Oh yeah. Well,
what do you call that?
The actual name for it.
There's got to be a name for it, but yeah, he's kind of got sort of a pompadour sort of hairstyle. It works.
The comb.
And now, please welcome his opponent out of the blue corner from Whittier, California. Here is George El Yuyu Acosta.
Yuyu Acosta, Whittier, California. So rough, so tough by 52 Mob, the different version.
Yeah.
Making the ring walk as the main event tonight. Big Sir Estrada will be his cut man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thompson Boxing Promotions is proud to present the feature attraction, as this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Executive Officer Andy Foster, Chairman of Peter Villegas. Sponsored by Thompson Building Materials, transforming spaces into beautiful places, with locations all throughout California. Omega Products International, the leading stucco manufacturer in the USA. Belgard paves the way. By Makita Tools, rule the outdoors. And Hustler Casino, LA's only luxury casino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. Your timekeeper ringside, Mike North. Dr. Ringside, Jeff Roberts. Your 3 judges scoring this bout, should it go the distance, are Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal. And the last but not least, the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Ray Corona. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and fight fans joining us around the world on ThompsonBoxing.com, from the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California, where battles are fought and champions are made. Ladies and gentlemen, let the battles begin. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stepped in the ring tonight wearing the white trunks with silver. When he stepped onto the scale, he weighed in officially at 129.2 already pounds. As a professional, he has 20 fights to his credit, including 16 victories against 4 defeats, 10 of his victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, de Aguascalientes, Mexico, introducing Isaac Canelito Avelar. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the ring out of the blue corner. He stepped in the ring tonight wearing the silver and black trunks. When he stepped onto the scale, he went officially at 129 solid pounds. As a professional, he has 13 fights to his credit, including 12 victories against 1 defeat. 1 of those victories coming to you by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, the fighting pride of Whittier, California, put your hands together and welcome George El Yuyu Acosta. Once again, your referee in charge, Ray Corona, give the final instructions.
All right, these junior lightweights match up very well. They're very close. Acosta's just 1 year older, a little bit taller, and a little bit longer reach.
And Doug, you're asking, what's that red thing on the rooster? It's called a comb.
A comb. I should have known. I knew that at one time.
Yeah. The fleshy red outgrowth on top of the chicken's head, a comb.
He's got the comb and he's got the brush with the beard.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks everybody watching us on the chat, leaving the comments for it. Robert Chance was the one. Let us know. All right, here we go. The fight now. El Yuyu Acosta, the orthodox boxer, silver trunks with black trim. And his opponent, Isaac Avelar, Canelito. Danny Drew says he's 12-1 with 1 KO. What? Yeah, he was fighting at 35, Danny, and Acosta realized, you know what, I can make 130 going lower. So he's going down a division. It's rare to see a fighter who's getting older but going down in weight. And he feels like this is a better opportunity for him. So we'll see, does he have power here? And also Acosta has been matched very, very well by Alex Campanovo here in Thompson Boxing. So this is an opportunity for him. And the way he's been developed, it's no 15-second knockouts here. It's like most Thompson fighters, you're coming to work.
He hasn't had a lot of soft touches. And the fighter he beat in his last fight last year was also a prospect out of the Philadelphia area, I believe, of Puerto Rican descent. And he traveled to Florida to fight that young man and got the 10-round decision and looked pretty good fighting at 130 pounds.
Yuyu.
Oh, Yuyu is dangerous early, man. He is a good counterpuncher. I'm sorry, not Yuyu. Canelito. Yes, yeah. Avelar is he landed the good punch, and it was a right hook that he landed. And in his last fight, he scored an opening round knockdown against a top-rated opponent.
Yep. El Yuyu represents Whittier, California. He brings a big fan base. It also has a lot of fans in Los Mochis, Sinaloa.
That was Hector Garcia, who Avelar dropped in the first round of his last fight. And Hector Garcia, in his very next fight, dominated Chris Colbert and is now in line to fight Roger Gutierrez for the WBA title. So, you know, Avelar he's a gatekeeper.
Alex, how long have you been the matchmaker? So there it is. Roger Chapa, your question was how long has Alex been the matchmaker? 22 years since Thompson Boxing started. Now he's a GM. So ask questions, we answer you here on Thompson Boxing on Friday night in Ontario, California. Our main event. Everything's been a decision tonight. Once again, Alex, everything's been a decision tonight, Alex. Alex believes in making sure that Doug and I earn every single round. So will we get a knockout here in the main event? Thank you for watching us wherever you may be. It's what? Almost 11 o'clock on the West Coast. Y saludos a todos los que están mirando en Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Thompson Boxing, Orange, Fontana, Lamito, Camarillo, San Diego, Ripon, and Sacramento. Sacramento, the home of UC Davis. And also Sac State. Good boxing town.
Yes. I scored it for him.
We see Yuyu. Jeff is original trainer. South Whittier is where he's representing. Elder Medina and Ricardo Cummings in the corner of Canelito Avelar. You know what? That's a good idea. Mark Abrams said, let's give Alex a mic. You know what? Alex, you are going to talk. We're gonna
Why not?
We're going to include Alex Camponovo, the matchmaker, for him. He's going to join us right here on the broadcast. Ask, you shall receive.
I want to say this. I thought Avelar had a good opening round. But I could see Acosta is already making adjustments.
Bethel Durant, Doug Fisher, and now the general manager and matchmaker for Thompson Boxing, Alex Camponovo. Alex, what came into your mind making this fight? How'd you make it?
Well, Yuyu has been inactive for 14 months. He had a couple of injuries, a couple of fights that didn't go, that we were planning to have, and we couldn't make him happen. And Avelar is a guy that is very durable, very tough opponent. I'm very confident in what Yuyu could do. In his last fight, he fought a guy that was undefeated with a lot of power, a lot of punching power, and he boxed his way to a victory in Telemundo. So, we believe in what he could do. This should also go a few rounds, and he's going to have to make some adjustments, as Doug just mentioned.
And you're going to have to make the adjustments as you go, as Isaac Avelar, coming off a loss to Hector Luis Garcia.
Yeah.
As Doug's mentioned it. And then
hell of a fighter.
In 2019 was knocked out by Stephen Fulton. So
yeah, no shame there.
I don't know.
Fulton is a monster. I like the adjustments that Acosta has made. I like the jab to the body. He's being a little more careful with his jab. He might even want to try leading with his right hand, because what Avelar was doing was timing the jab and countering with the right hook over the jab or right after the jab. And I think Acosta is finding a home for his right hand.
Lobito's boxing breakdowns watching us in the Philippines.
Ooh, clash of heads.
Salamat, appreciate you watching us. And also Mikey Anthony say late night boxing. There it is. Now, Alex, how hard is it to make a fight on a night like tonight, where you had Oguin, who got a call a day ago? Ramon Ayala, who hadn't fought in 6 years. And to make it competitive.
Every show, as you can imagine, is a challenge.
Oh, we got a competitive round right here.
Absolutely. Back and forth action.
These are good exchanges.
Oh! A big shot by Avelar with the left. And moved back to Yuyu Acosta. His knees buckled, he got tagged. He gets hit with the right now. Canelito letting his hands go here in the second. Acosta as we're back, and Yuyu is talking. Right from Yuyu, but a big round for Canelito. Oh, there you go. Hustler Casino bringing us the replays, Doug.
I told you, Avelar is dangerous early. He's a good counter puncher. We're gonna see yeah. Let's see. That was it was the left hand. Is a better angle. Acosta's coming in and got caught with a short left.
Short left.
And Acosta let that left go just as, Avelar let that left hand go just as Acosta was loading up with his own punch.
Now matchmaker Alex Caponova. Alex, you have Acosta, who's 12-1, the A side. Avelar, 16-4. He's got the 10 KOs. How hard a fight was this to make?
It wasn't very hard. George, to his credits, is a guy that will take on any challenge.
Okay.
And so it wasn't very problematic to make them the match. We understood that it's dangerous, you can see. So Avelar knows what he's doing over there.
Absolutely, a strong round for Canelito Avelar de Aguascalientes, Mexico. And you hear the corner of Avelar, who we're sitting next to. Some combinations.
Now, guys, did you catch before the bell, Acosta landed a nice right hand?
Yes, he did.
He not?
Yes.
Did it seem like it stunned Avelar right at the bell?
Yeah,
or maybe it was just a good shot. I couldn't tell.
It was a good shot from here.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, Canelito looked back at Acosta like, yeah.
Okay.
So the heavier puncher looks like it's going to be Isaac Avelar.
Yeah, he's got the power. But a lot of that is his timing. He's just a really good counterpuncher. He's got good balance, too.
Acosta, his only loss came to highly touted prospect Ruben Torres. I was at Omega Products International a couple years ago, where Thompson Boxing is going to have their next show August 20th with Ace Torres as the main event. Get your tickets for that one. What are you looking for right now, Alex? When a matchmaker watches a fight, what do you look for?
Well, I think that Acosta, what he's doing right now, is trying to box a little bit better. He's picking his spots a little bit better, but I don't think he can get carried away or be overconfident. If he actually moves a little bit more like he knows how to do in box, he will do a little bit better.
And he gets hit by a right by Avelar.
Well, Acosta has been hit the hardest when he's being overly aggressive.
Exactly.
That's when he's gotten caught by Avelar.
Because, Alex, you're bringing up Acosta in his career. So when you're watching this, you got to also think, okay, 2-3 fights from now, right? Or
exactly. You got to look ahead a little bit. And obviously, this is the right step for him. Step in that right direction. And just, back it up.
Much better round for Acosta. It's all the right hand, especially when he leads with the right hand. Oh, man.
But the body shot from Avelar.
Wow.
And he goes upstairs.
This is a fight.
Juan M1, you're right. Avelar body shot placement is excellent. Great point, Juan. Main event heating up as we head to the fourth round. Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Thompson Boxing. And as always, thank you to Mr. Ken Thompson, Jeanette Gonzalez, working behind the scenes to make it happen. And the crew that sets up early in the afternoon, gets it going. Hustler Casino, bringing you the highlights, Doug.
All right, I wonder what highlight it'll be, because there was a lot of moments in that round. Not boxing, oh, it was a right hand that snaps the head back of Avelar. Acosta found a home for that lead right. And there you see it in action. Jab to the body. And then a 1-2 with the right hand snapping the head back of Avelar.
Sal Sanchez is watching us right now, the Beast.
The Beast.
What's up, Sal?
Shoeshine Boxing, head snapping power punches, you're right. G-Funk has Yuyu up.
I've got Avelar up by a point. I've got Avelar up 29-28.
So does Don Dialde, so going back and forth.
Yeah, it's a close fight.
And Canelo's winning the crowd. He didn't show up with anybody, but he's getting some audience participation here. Good fight here, development show at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. Thompson Boxing, make sure you download the app. Southpaw, Canelito Avelar, 16-4, 10 KOs. If you just join us right now. And if you're up right now watching us, why don't you share it? Let people know, like, hey, man, late night boxing is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good main event. Hotly contested.
The bigger shots are landed by the southpaw Avelar. A close fight breaking out here.
Yeah, and if Avelar is landing the bigger shots, then it's up to Acosta to either outwork him or outbox him, or a combination of those two things. And I'll add another outmaneuver. If you can't outpunch him, outbox him, outwork him, outmaneuver him. And if you're smart like Acosta, set some traps up in there.
That's what you have to do, right? Like that. Acosta with 13 fights, you got to learn those, right? How to set those traps.
Yeah, and I don't, it's not easy against an opponent like Avelar, who's got good experience, and he's a young man in his athletic prime.
And you hear the punches from Avelar, too.
Yes, you do.
And his corner just told him, your punches are harder. Let's throw. They just told Avelar. We're in the red corner. You'll hear the instructions. I think now we're starting to see, like, okay, we're both tagging each other. A little bit more respect. Why are you nodding your head, Alex? I see that a lot from you.
Yeah, because Acosta is landing that straight right.
I'm actually enjoying this fight. It's all the back and forth action. It's a terrific match, I think, if I may say so.
It is. Now, all right, here's the question. How did you find Avelar? Where'd he come from?
Well, he comes from a group of managers and trainers that were working in Mexico.
Okay.
And that's what I liked about the fact that Avelar, he switched trainers, and not that he wasn't taking this seriously, but the people that he's working with are serious people.
Now?
Yeah, and now. So it's showing here in the ring, but that doesn't say anything bad about Yuyu. Yuyu's doing his best over there, and then he has to again figure him out. I think the fact that Avelar is a lefty, a lot of fighters have a little bit of it's a process to adjust within the fight. Sometimes you run out of time. So.
Yeah, and that's my question, because we know Acosta, we know Brewer, we know the A-side guys, but you bring somebody in we've never seen before. It's always curious, like, how does the matchmaker go about finding guys who are quality that are going to put up a good fight?
Right. I mean, you can do a little bit of research, and you also have to get lucky.
Yeah.
You have to get lucky. It's not really a science, but the most important thing for all the guys that are promoted by our company, by Thompson Boxing Promotion, that they have to learn and show us something. This is a learning curve that they have to go through. They have to go through guys like Avelar. They have to figure a way out of a tough fight like this if they want to move up in the boxing world.
And it's a shorter leash with Thompson, right?
Absolutely. It's not an easy business.
The unofficial scorecard of Doug Fisher, 38-38.
And these are close rounds, too. So, yeah, the first two rounds to Avelar, he landed the power shots, one of which sent Yuyu stumbling back. In rounds 3 and 4, Yuyu came back on the strength of greater activity, but also landing that right hand.
Avelar trying to split the guard.
Avelar has a hard time defending against that straight right from Acosta.
So throw him more, right? David Avila watching us right now. Fantastic boxing scribe. As Avila on the ropes, he gets hit. He's got stopped. Body shot, dropped him.
Body attack, did it.
The body work from Acosta to the solar plex, and Avelar gets up. He gets up at 9. 5th round. Acosta made a concentrated effort to go to the body, and it paid off. And he's gonna attack. Avelar trying to stay close. Trying to hold on. He's holding on to the gloves. And he's just holding on, holding on. Avelar gets hit upstairs with the right. Acosta has a very hurt Avelar against the ropes. Avelar still hasn't recovered. 30 seconds to go in the round. Grimacing is Avelar, still trying to hold on.
Yeah, Avelar is wisely tying him up on the inside. Acosta needs to nail him upstairs to bring those hands up so he can land another body shot.
And a body shot did land by Acosta. A right hand from Avelar pushes him back. Final seconds of the 5th round, a strong round para el Yuyu. Jorge Acosta chopping the body of Avelar. Replay is brought to you by Hustler Casino, Doug.
All right, so straight right to the chest, straight right to the solar plexus. See a different angle here. Straight right in effect to the head and to the body. And I think this might be after the knockdown. Avelar is in survival mode. He's holding on. He's doing what he has to do to run out the clock. Okay, there's the knockdown. And it was a shot to the body that did it.
Doctor checked it out of Avelar. They'll let it continue. Now Avelar has been down this road before. Avelar's definitely been in the bigger battles against better competition. Now it's up to see if Yuyu can attack here.
Avelar seemed composed between rounds.
Yep. 6th round.
I think Avelar is still dangerous.
He's got the bigger pop.
Yeah, Acosta needs to be careful. He can't throw caution to the wind. Even though he had his man really hurt in that previous round.
And Avelar did the veteran move of holding on as much as he could. He got away with as much as he could, especially the holding. And you hear the crowd yelling for Acosta, Yuyu. You step on the gas if you're Acosta here in the 6th. Oh, there's a right. But only one.
Yeah. But the right hand is always going to be the shot that lands for Acosta. For some reason, Avelar does not defend well against that punch. And traditionally, it's the right hand that works for an orthodox fighter against the southpaw.
Yuyu Acosta, silver and black, just joined us right now, 12-1. Isaac Avelar, Canelito, 16-4. But he's got the 10 KOs. He has heavier hands, but he went down in the 5th round. Halfway through the 6th. It's almost like Acosta not doing enough, huh? Against a tired fighter?
I think he can still feel Avelar's power.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he respects Avelar.
Okay.
And Avelar is dangerous. He's got that counter-punching ability.
And he tried to go to the body. You see Avelar covered himself up really fast. Yeah, Avelar's body is still hurting. Six rounds scheduled for 8. Yeah, you see Avelar trying to counter, right? Stays up nice and tight. And there's that left.
Yeah, Avelar he's dangerous with both hands. He's got the right hook and he's got the straight left.
He's got his legs back too, Doug.
Like I said, he seemed really composed between rounds, like he had recovered.
Arvin checking in. Saludos, Alore Valle. Interesting. All right, how do you guys have it? We got our own official. And thank you for watching wherever you may be around the world. ¿Cómo está? Mabuhay to everybody in the Philippines. Saludos a la gente que está mirando Los Mochis, Sinaloa. And we got Florida checking in still. Late night. What up, Mikey Anthony? We appreciate that, man. We have a lot of fun interacting with you, the fans. Again, this is your show for you. We know if you're watching this, you're a hardcore fan, and you're watching fighters who we're going to be making the grade. Jump from here, maybe some show box, maybe some pro box, maybe whatever. Alex will take you wherever you need to be.
Sure, why not?
Telemundo.
Tuto Zavala, whatever you need.
Hey.
All right, 7th round, Alex Campanovo, Golden Boy.
Excuse me?
He's worked with Golden Boy, he's worked with PBC, he's worked with Matchroom, he's worked with Trilla, he works with everybody. What do you like so far about Yuyu? I see you making kind of gestures towards him.
Well, I was hoping that he was going to be a little bit smarter in the last round, and now, you know, these 2 rounds that are coming up are going to be key for both guys. Avelar knows that he's behind because of the knockdown.
A desperate fighter, Avelar.
This is something else.
Yeah.
Avelar really came to win tonight. My goodness, what an effort.
Got his
from
legs
both
back.
fighters.
Knows that he's down in the cards after getting dropped. It's almost like he's looking for the big shot, right, Doug? Like the big counter? Canada's watching us, 3 a.m. There you go. Hopefully you have some Molsons. Cape Coral, Florida. Aldo Aguilar, what's happening, Aldo? Aldo, make sure you download the Thompson Boxing app to stay up to date on all our shows. Next one, August 20th. And also behind the scenes features of our fighters. Mark Abrams, you're right. Campanova equals ratings.
Hashtag Mark Abrams.
Yeah, Mark Abrams. Yuyu with his fans.
Yuyu's got to start snapping that head back and getting some respect from Avelar.
Avelar coming at him, less than a minute to go in the 7th round.
Here we go. There's some right hands.
We heard you, Doug.
Acosta needs to earn some respect.
Our main event tonight, 30 seconds ago, George Acosta 12-1. Canelito Isaac Avelar 16-4. They'll use the southpaw. Shot landed by Canelito. Oh, another good shot, another good round. Back and forth action.
Very close round.
Q Rules Boxing Gym in Halifax, Nova Scotia is watching us right now. Hey, the coaches won their pro fight. Her pro fight, her debut at 43, very nice. Cutman C, Cesar Campanos. TKO Boxing does a great job keeping Hector Lopez on track. What up, Cesar Campos? Does a good job with Alexis Rocha, Ronnie Rios, and everybody in that stable. Jamie Smith, I got Yuyu up, but it's a great fight. Our main event so far wins the night. They've all gone the distance. Chavez, Leo Sanchez, Jeppe Lamito, Richard Brewer, and you saw those fights on Supreme Boxing.
Put your hands together and cheer the fighters on. This is the 8th round.
8th and final round here at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario, California. All the fights have gone the distance. Will this one go the distance? Do we have a Doug Fisher unofficial card?
I've got Acosta up 3 points, 67 to, or sorry, 2 points, 67 to 65.
Acosta, not Avelar, right?
Yeah, Acosta up, but that last round I scored for Acosta, it could have easily gone to Avelar. So it could be, the fight could be up for grabs.
Yeah, the big difference in that
this round.
8th round, the
Yes.
10-8. So Acosta is up on Doug's unofficial scorecard. And the knockdown being the difference. What can Isaac Avelar, Canelito, do here in the 8th and final round? And right now the instruction from Avelar is just basically go after it. He's got the bigger shot. Can he land one? Acosta being smart here. The aggressiveness from Isaac Avelar and George Acosta.
Acosta is outworking Avelar in this final round.
Yep.
And it's Avelar who really needs to let it all hang out because it's been a hotly contested fight, and he's the guy who was dropped. So he has to know that his opponent has at least a slight edge.
With 50 seconds to go in the fight. Now, if you're Avelar, you just got to empty the kitchen sink, right?
Yes, that's what I think. And Acosta's boxing smart in this final round.
Very nice.
It's moving well.
Yes, he is. Yuyu Acosta lands his shots and moves just like that. Yeah. This would have been a real good fight at 10 rounds. A heck of a fight at 8. Acosta dropping Avelar in the 5th. Is that going to be the difference? And that'll do it. 8 good rounds. Alex Campanova, thank you very much for joining us and for also making every single fight tonight go the distance. We appreciate that. Get the money's worth. A good night of boxing. We'll come back with the final decision from the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario.
Paving the way to your personal sanctuary that you simply can't stop thinking about. Find yours at bellegarde.com.
Experience Makita's cordless outdoor power equipment. The mower is a part of the world's largest battery system and cuts non-stop for up to 2 miles. The self-propelled model makes mowing effortless. Get unstoppable power without the hassles of gas. Reach speeds of up to 116 miles per hour with the single battery blower. One system, endless possibilities. Now get 2 extra free batteries.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 exciting rounds of boxing action, to the judges' scorecards we go. All 3 judges, Carla Cais, Dr. Lou Moret, and Fernando Villarreal, all see about the same. 77-74, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. From Whittier, California, George El Yuyu Acosta.
The knockdown being huge for Yuyu Acosta. Knocking down his opponent in the 5th. He gets a victory, 77-74. Congratulations to El Yuyu Acosta. He gets his 13th victory tonight. Really strong boxing against a really game and tough, hard-hitting Isaac Avelar.
Yeah, Avelar was better than I thought he would be, and I thought he would be dangerous early in the fight. Well, guess what? He was dangerous throughout the fight, which forced Acosta to step his game up, step up his offense more than we're used to seeing. He did get the knockdown, didn't get the stoppage, but it was a really entertaining 8-round fight. I want to see Avelar again.
Man.
That dude comes a fight.
You said it. He's on that brink of being that gatekeeper.
He's a gatekeeper, man. Totally.
But he is, if you are not on your P's and Q's, he can come in and make it a long night for you. And this is what we're talking about. You know, some people are like, oh, Acosta only has 1 knockout, there's no power. But we mentioned it. He's been brought up very tough. The matchmaking's been very good for him, where he had to learn and had to go through adversity. And because of that, was able to survive an onslaught from Avelar early and able to turn it around and control this fight.
Sure, you know, that's a good point. A lot of guys, a lot of up-and-comers, a lot of guys that are Acosta's age or the same experience, those first 2 rounds would have discouraged them. They had lost the will to win. Acosta just turned it on, you know, and those got smarter and fought harder.
And those are fighters like Avelar, where you let them come in, they come, and they know that the first couple rounds they're going to try to bite your head off, and they usually end it. Not tonight. Coming up, we're going to have an interview with the winner tonight, Yuyu Acosta.
Live from the Hustler Casino in Gardena, California. Watch the most well-known local and international poker players take the stage and go all in. From low stakes to high stakes, the action will be wild. Tune in to Hustler Casino Live, streaming 5 days a week on YouTube.
Everybody dreams big, but few grind for it. Everybody cuts corners expecting great results. Only some understand how to climb to the top. Only some can become champion and stay at the top. On August 20th, the future is one step closer. Live from Corona, Ruben Ace Torres will try to stay perfect. Also featuring Louis Lopez in a Southern California welterweight clash against Malik Roshan Birdsong. Plus undefeated lightweights Pedro Valencia versus Adrian Corona. Somebody's O has got to go. Path to Glory, Saturday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Watch it live or watch the stream. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss it.
Back here at ringside, Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, and tonight's winner in the main event, El Yuyu, representing Whittier, Los Mochis, Sinaloa. Win number 13 for George Acosta. George, that was tough early on, and then you controlled it. How did you do that?
Yeah, you know what? I definitely
underestimated, I would say.
Okay.
My opponent. I saw that he was susceptible to body shots, and I thought I would set him up early in the fight with some body shots, but he was tough. He was tougher than I expected. I learned that you can never underestimate anyone, and I didn't take him lightly, but definitely was a little bit of overestimating or underestimating him. But he was tough, man. He was tough. He came out and he gave everything he had.
Was ring rust a factor for you? It's been a while. You've been in a ring for a while.
You know what? I felt really good throughout the training camps, and well, I say training camps. I say training camps because I had word that I was going to fight in April, then May, then June,
right.
And then I was going to fight in June, and they got canceled. And I was like, okay, you know what? I feel good. Let's carry on to July. And not to make any excuses, but I'm going to be honest with you. I had to cut training camp early for this fight because my body was just tired.
You get stale. All those starts and stops. It's not good for
my body got tired,
yeah.
and I was like, you know what? Let's stop a training camp a week and a half earlier. Let my body recover as much as I can, and then hope that I'll be prepared for fight night. I got the job done. It's not exactly what I wanted. I was able to make some adjustments, control towards the end, start using my jab a little bit more. I noticed I hurt him to the body, so I fell in love with it. But doing that, I left my guard down, I left myself open, and he was able to counter and land shots. So I had to be smart and then play it safe the last round and just use my distance.
You hear that? You hear that breakdown? Because his last time he was here, he was on the broadcast with us.
That's right, for the main event.
So you did the broadcast right. You show up in the main event. You drop him to the body with the body shot. What was it like when you're in here and you hear all the crowd, or do you even hear them?
You know what? It was kind of it's been such a long time that I've heard a crowd, especially my home crowd. My last fight was over 14 months ago in Florida, and I only had 5 people that came out to support. So walking out over there on the stage, everyone was cheering, and I got emotional. Like in my mind, like I wanted to tear up a little bit. I'm like, whoa, hey,
Is that why you took forever to walk out, man?
No, they brought out the wrong song. The song was wrong, but
right.
okay.
All right, we're not gonna blame anybody. The song was wrong, though.
I like the song, though. I never heard it, but I like it. So.
All right. Okay.
Word.
One more, Doug?
No, was that the toughest fight of your professional career? And do you think that getting through that adversity, is it going to serve you well going forward?
Absolutely. I just to be 100% honest, I underestimated my opponent. I thought I didn't think he was going to be as tough as he was, and not that I was going to go and just work him down and knock him out or anything. But I did underestimate him. I underestimated his power. He caught me a couple times. Surprisingly, I had my hands down, and he caught me.
He's crafty.
Yeah,
he's smart.
He's crafty.
Yeah.
He has some really tough opposition. He fought for the interim WBA
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
But still, I learned that not to underestimate any opponent. You never know when your last fight is in there. And
Learning experience. You did the job. You got the victory. You got the place on rocking.
Yeah.
And you had Whittier and Los Mochis Sinaloa representing for you, man. Everybody on the Facebook and YouTube, they were all on your side watching tonight.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Yuyu. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys.
13-1. George Acosta gets the victory. So for everybody on the broadcast, for Doug Fisher, Alex Campanova, Paula Fornia, Jeanette Gonzalez, and of course, Mr. Ken Thompson. Thank you for watching Thompson Boxing. I'm your host, Bethel Duran. The next show, August 20th in Corona at Omega Products International. Good night, everybody.